Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 10,000, beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Some of you probably know why I'm tripping and laughing, especially on the intro here today. But I actually have something brand new today. Some of you may think you know what I'm talking about, but I promise you I have some brand new, unreleased, never before seen footage today. A few clips out of a new podcast series that I have not played before, that has officially been released. I put the first episode up as a premiere. It'll premiere on the 1st of June. We'll drop these once a month at the beginning of the month on the first Saturday, or that's the plan. And this is a series of videos featuring creators who have been in the Superchat family for a long period of time and long past their 10,000 subscribers. So we'll play those randomly throughout the stream today. We can stay a little bit longer than 3 hours, which is our typical time frame if everybody would like to today. I know not everybody can be here every day or for hours at a time every time we stream. You know, I like to celebrate these milestones more for us, for the community, than for myself or for even the channel itself, because I just want to instill in everybody the idea that while there are a lot of congratulation messages in the chat, which I do appreciate both for me and for Superchat and for us, it's just an example of how your friends will want to celebrate with you when you hit different milestones. So I hope you will celebrate them when they come up, and I hope you'll let me know so I don't miss those. I try to miss everybody's special occasions, especially your monetization celebrations. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. So if anybody is watching this replay and was not able to be with us for the live stream, please don't feel any way about it at all. I appreciate everything everybody has done for this channel, and as you can see, we're doing just fine. So happy anniversary, everyone. It's been 4 years. We got a few things to get to. I just wanted to put this channel on the screen for a quick second for anybody that hasn't already seen it. All the same music that you hear in the background of Superchat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. We have a separate channel for that. It's an official artist channel. All the releases are there in individual music videos. I still got a few to add. There's more music on the way. I've already got at least another EP or two ready to go. And there's a 24-hour virtual live stream that goes on over there. It's like a virtual nightclub. There's a video game happening in the chat. People trickle in and out of there all the time. Everybody can participate, and we do link drops over there as well, so it's a lot of fun. I hope you'll check it out if you haven't already seen it. We'll go over there and raid after today's special edition of Superchat. Pardon me, I'm just adding some names onto our wheel from our chat list right now. I'm going to get Izzy Pop up on the screen right away. Actually, I just want to show you something first, and then we'll look at Izzy Pop. So you'll see that I did release the first edition of that podcast series. So it's called How to Get 10,000 Subscribers on your YouTube channel, and I have 3 different guests already recorded and then more on the way. So I hope everybody will check that out. The premiere is already set, and as everybody knows, it always helps when you set the notification for that and hop in there, give a thumbs up. And a quick note in the chat, if you don't mind, and I'll appreciate it for sure. It's very exciting stuff, I promise you. And you'll get another second taste of that today when I play 3 unreleased clips. As I have been lately, these ones are brand new. I cut them today. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I've got quite a few names on the wheel. I'll do some introductions for a moment. Scratch and PPA and Michael's Adventures are dear, dear, dear friends. They're both here as beloved and dedicated moderators. They have done far more for Superchat, for me, and for us than I would ever be able to describe. An example is the extremely hard work that they're doing to try to help with the music channel right now, which is past 2,100 hours. So thank you both for that. Both of these creators, everybody's heard me talk about, usually together, in the idea that they are two of the most supportive creators that I have met in my YouTube journey, which is now over 7 years. So Superchat's been here 4 years as a channel, but I was on YouTube for a little while before we started this. I've got quite a few more names on the wheel. Izzy Pop, thank you so much for another gifted membership. I know that Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness will be happy to have that. If they're here with us, I'll put them on the wheel right away. For anybody that's brand new, just please bear with me. I do appreciate you being here. I hope you feel welcome. Our instructions are in our video description, but it's going to take me an extra moment to get through our introductions today. Lisa J. Stocks is in the house. Thank you for the happy anniversary messages, everyone. I'm going to put Lisa J. Stocks on the wheel now. I've got Henry Nelson, Sweet Melissa on there with Home Bartending with John and Jesse Miller, Unboxings and More, who just dropped a premiere moments ago. So there's brand new content on her channel. Just Jason Keto and More is another longtime dear friend. Nanny Tam is fairly new in the Tuber Chat family, and Ace Flaw One's been with us over 4 years. Reeves Blissful Connections and Fairbrick Studio are both here. Canadian Family Life is in the house. And if I missed any of our members getting onto the wheel, I'll add them in a moment. Now, you do not have to super chat or be a member to get onto the wheel or the screen. We put super chatters and membership gifters up onto the screen first. Then we add members onto the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, like mine forked right now. After a long period of time, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream today. And then when we look at the chat, I see To Be Irish Live is in the house. Addicted to Ships and Trips is here. Bella's Whisper Farmstead was our most recent featured channel. Big Family Expeditions here with us every day with Blessed to Crochet. Broken Hearts Ministry, Gail, has been with us for about 3 years. CV Baseball Card Collector, it's good to see you back in the house. Calico Panther, Catch a Deal, good to see you in the house. That's 10 the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By with a new name. And Chill Slots, it's good to see you here. Erica, the WWF WCW Diva Straight 4.0. It's great to have you in the chat. I think this is your first time here, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Follow the Bradleys. Fun is also here. Henry Leslie, Vermont is in the house. Jan Hines was recently featured. We're going to see Lenny the Lawyer live in a moment because he dropped a super chat as well. Team Reese Travels is here. Troy Sutton's in the house. Virginia Bradley Adventures and Wheats Art are all here with us as well. Now, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everyone. Henry Leslie, Vermont is here. Henry Nelson's on the wheel. And yes, let's get to it. So we're looking at Izzy Pop right now, and forgive me for anything I've missed in the chat, by the way. I know a lot of people are saying happy anniversary and congratulations. I appreciate that. I do kind of scan the chat while we're talking here, but as you can see, it moves pretty fast. Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness is here. I'm going to put them onto the wheel right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So I just put Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness on the wheel. They picked up that gifted membership. So thank you, Izzy Pop, the creator that's on the screen, dropped a super chat and a membership gift. So I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done both of those kind of things many times before. Izzy Pop is somebody who reset and restarted their channel, although they've been with us for quite some time now. They're working on 1,600 subscribers, and we see that They've got beautiful, bright avatars, thumbnails to go along with their avatar and their banner. All of these things have been outstanding since they've started. They do a lot of live streaming almost every day. They just did one today. I missed that, but pardon me. Hopefully everybody will connect with Izzy Pop. The conversation can go anywhere once they get there, but they have built a vibrant community of extremely loyal followers, if we want to put it that way, friends and family members. And then, let me just see. I'm sorry, I missed a channel coming in. Plush Rush Inc., good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And thank you once again, Izzy Pop. Like I said, they've done both of those kinds of things before. The Stock Explorers here, I wasn't sure whether they'd make it in. We all have different things going on. The Stock Explorer happens to be a hard worker as well. Nora's been a dear friend. They're here as a member and a moderator. They've been with us for over 3.5 years as well. And Lenny the Lawyer Live also dropped a super chat, so we're going to put his channel up right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Lenny the Lawyer Live's got a small handful of channels here. I'm probably going to forget one or two of them, but what we'll do is we'll show you 3 of them. Lenny the Lawyer Live is an attorney, of course, and there's a big difference between legal information and legal advice, but when you are in the presence of any attorney at all, they can be very clear and let you know which you are receiving. Now, Lenny the Lawyer Live is building a catalog of legal information for us, and I believe that pretty much everybody is going to have to deal with some kind of legal information at some point in their life. I often put legal in with finance when I categorize things because of that reason. Lenny the Lawyer Live here is a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who is exploring the YouTube journey, but wants to share knowledge and resources with others when it comes to what they're discovering in their YouTube journey as well. Lenny the Lawyer Live is working on 400 subscribers. We'd love to push him a little bit closer to that milestone. He started with shorts here, so we'll see if those are going to continue. Live streams are an idea for the future. Boyer Coffee Enterprises is one of Lenny the Lawyer Live's channels. He's got some more legal information for us over here. And then when we look at My Smart Jewish Lawyer, we see another channel from this generous, loyal, and dedicated friend. So hopefully everybody will connect with Lenny the Lawyer Live. And thank you again for the super chat. Thank you, Izzy Pop, for your super chat as well, and for your gifted membership. Social Media Grow Show dropped a super chat last night, actually, but he did that just so he could have his name on the event list. That's in the bottom middle of the screen there. Every time one of those things happen, name sits on there for a little while. It's like extra exposure. So we'll see if he's going to manage to come in. If he does, I'll put his channel up. He's a longtime friend. That's Commander Vlogs. He does another Grow Show now, the Social Media Grow Show, similar to Superchat. The Bud Files is in the house. I'm going to get them on the wheel. Let's spin that thing and get some channels going here. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I am Betty J. Gathers is in the house. I got her on the wheel already. Controversial Cruising is also coming in. We're looking at Fairbrick Studio. This is somebody who started their channel with Lego stop motion videos and then moved into a lot of video gameplay. One they got me playing, actually, which is this Lego Tower game. I was playing the original version of that, and when I saw the Lego one on their channel, I had to get back into it, and they sent over a bunch of help to get me a little farther faster. Pamski's Crafty Heart, good to see you here. Jevin Richardson is in the house. Don Yarndall is here. I think I saw her hop in on a live stream while I was still lurking this morning. I was in there for a moment, and then I was just letting it run, and I think she hopped. I could be mistaken, but Don Yarndall is on a lot of the time. And Fabric Studio also, like I said, does some video gameplay, mostly mobile games. They've got a lot of these videos, and some of them have done really well, especially as shorts. There you go. Happy, yes, May 4th. May the 4th be with you to everyone. I should, here, let me do something ridiculous. Oh, pardon me. My office is still a work in progress, but I'll show you something authentic here. I usually don't do this, but on the wall of my office, my family got for Christmas that Return of the Jedi poster. And so we'll use that to celebrate May the 4th for today. Fabric Studio, good to see that. They've got some shorts, like I said, that have done really well. 16,000, 17,000 views, which is great. And then when we get into live streams, those might be an idea for the future. They also do a lot of channel shout-outs. You see that? It's funny that YouTube shows me like channel shout-outs are going to be for me, right? Your For You section will look a little bit different, I'm sure. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Fabric Studio. They're here with us frequently, and they support on all of my channels, so I certainly appreciate that. KNRP Kim Polton, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Let's spin. We're moving even a little bit faster than we usually do, which is great to see, especially on a special edition live stream. So thank you again, everybody, for being here. Home Bartending with John is coming up with a one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuber Chat family. He is going to teach us how to make some of the world's most popular cocktails from the comfort of our own home. We don't have to have a home bar setup quite as elaborate as what John's got here, but he is going to show us what it takes to keep a bar like that replenished and the tools we're going to need behind the bar to make some of the drinks that we'd like. He often shows us different variations. So usually a traditional recipe accompanied by one or two from pop culture, like a movie, television show, some of the music that we hear, or even geographical differences in the ways that drinks are made. He does a ton of product reviews on his channel, sometimes comparisons, and sometimes he gives us lists of different types of drinks, like non-alcoholic mocktails or low-calorie cocktails. And I love the idea of first of all, teaching us how to make these drinks, because that's what makes him a one-of-a-kind channel in the Tuber Chat family. But the product reviews help us as well, because by getting an opinion by somebody who's seasoned, they are able, in the idea of different liquors and liqueurs and beers and things like that, this creator can let us know whether we might like something before we go and spend money on it and find out that we don't like it as much as we hoped. He's got some shorts here as well. These have gotten into 2,000, even 7,000 views, which is great to see. And he's done live streams in the past. We'll see if he's going to continue those. Home Bartending with John is a silver member, which means we see his channel every single day here, whether or not he's in the chat, although he's with us all the time. And is it Jevin Richardson's birthday? Oh, tomorrow is their birthday, so happy birthday to Jevin Richardson. And thank you for letting us know that. And then Freehandly Made AU was on this morning. I caught them. Wayne's World Unlimited, good to see you in the house. Freehandly Made AU just dropped a super chat, so we're going to look at their channel next. And thank you for that. They've been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for years. Wayne's World Unlimited is going to come up as well. They just dropped a super chat. They're coming in from the UK. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Butler Family Farm, are they in the house? There they are. I saw Scratch and Pete PA say BFF. So I'm like, I know that's Butler Family Farm. They just uploaded yesterday their 1,000th video on their channel, if you can imagine. So Butler Family Farm's on the wheel. Numismaniac, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. They've done that kind of thing many times before. They're a fellow Canadian from Edmonton, Alberta. And we will look at their channel right after Wayne's World Unlimited, right after Freehandly Made AU. So, actually, let's do that right now. Let's look at Freehandly Made AU. And we'll see what they've got going on their channel besides the live stream that I just caught them for a few hours ago. There it is right there. And then videos on their channel I can see I'm behind. I'm just going to grab your latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlist can be a great tool for that. And then we see that Free Handly Made AU is working on 2,100 subscribers. They're already close. And they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to their channel. They will let us know a little bit about them and what to expect on the channel on their About page. But they are talking about gardening and life in Montana, quilting, crochet, crafty projects, and much more, including conversations that happen in StreamYard panels on their channel. 11,000 views on the shorts videos and one over 39,000, which is great to see. Live streams are fairly frequent. They seem to be on at least once a week. So we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible. Don Arnold, good to see you in the house. Yes, I'm always getting older. It's funny. You know, somebody asked me a long time ago, I gave a talk, like not a motivational speech, but hopefully an informative talk to an association of DJs in Ontario. And the talk was about social media, talking about all things like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and things like that at the time, email lists and everything else. And somebody asked me at the end of the talk, why didn't you talk about YouTube? And I said, well, I really haven't done YouTube, so I don't want to talk about something I don't know about. And it was like right after that, probably within a year, I started working on YouTube. So I've been on for 7 years. Superchat's been here for 4. But thank you, everybody, for those kind messages in the chat as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody coming in. As long as everybody's still active in the chat, we should get around to everyone. And let's move on. Let's get to Wayne's World Unlimited from the UK. Thank you again, Free Handly Made AU, for another super chat. They've done that before. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. And then Backyard Trucker is in the house. Thank you for coming in. And we'll get them onto the wheel right now. And then Jennifer Ocean Homestead and Silent Silver are both here. We're about to talk about Wayne's World Unlimited. He is very busy. One of the things that he does that's unique on his channel is he brings outtakes as separate videos. And we've seen that kind of thing before where people are putting outtakes or bloopers within their videos, usually towards the end or sometimes sprinkled throughout. It's occasional. It's not something we see all the time, but Wayne's World Unlimited will take it an extra step further and bring us outtake videos. And then he's got a premiere coming up tomorrow. I've got the notification on for that. I see him behind with a few videos. Most of these are short, but I'll just take this one at 36 seconds. I'll put that in my catch-up list so I can catch up the smallest bit. He's also got shorts over here. Some of these have done well at 7,000, 13,000, but one breakout shorts over 244,000 views, which is great to see. So hopefully we'll see more of that from Wayne's World Unlimited. 63 subscribers right now. He's working on 700. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. Cali King 916, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Thank you, KNRP Kim Polton. Hopefully we'll see you again very soon. I'm sure that we will. She's on all the time as well. Stace, good to see you here. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Thank you, Wayne's World Unlimited, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. He's done that many times before, and so has the Numismaniac from Edmonton, Alberta. The creator behind this channel is known as The Skipper. He does a lot of live streaming, and there are a lot of guests that come up with him for StreamYard panels. They talk about numismatic collectible coins, precious metals, and other collectibles as well. That's an interesting live stream there. History through coinage, right? And then videos on the channel are occasional. This creator's got some shorts that have done well, one over 1,600 views now, which is great to see. And then when we get into live streams, those are most frequent on this channel. The Numismaniac's got another channel that will come out where we're able to get messages to and from Santa Claus. He brings that out closer to the Christmas season, but we'll be looking forward to that as well. And thank you again, the Numismaniac, for another super chat. Like I said, he's done that many times before, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Hilda DC is another beloved and dedicated moderator here. She's been with us for just about from the beginning, about 3.5 years, and longer actually. And hopefully I haven't missed anybody. So let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. It's time for us to go for our first break for 3.5 minutes. And when we get back, we're going to look at controversial cruising. And then we'll get right back to looking at more channels. All right, we're almost back. I'm reading Lenny the Lawyer Live's comment here. He's making me laugh. Yeah, shiny object syndrome? Absolutely. I am 100% impulsive, but I also like hyper-focus and sometimes even obsess. So I've learned to deal with that a little bit over a lifetime, where I know that about myself. I know that I get really wrapped up in something. So what I try to do when I find something new is give myself a couple of weeks before making like major purchases and things like that. So right now, like, I'm looking at crypto miners and stuff like that. Not the most expensive stuff, but I'm thinking about it right now. So I'm trying to like hold myself together a little bit. when we look at things when it comes to streaming and computers and electronic devices and things like that. I try to hold it together with that as well, knowing that it's not absolutely necessary to have the best equipment. Although I've sat there in the first year when I started on YouTube, like we're getting on 6 or 7 years ago, I was right away looking at Canon cameras and I wanted a pair of them, and by the time you put that stuff together, it would have been thousands of dollars. And even a couple of years ago, I did some extra work. Some of you know I used to be a DJ a long time ago, and occasionally I'll do that again as a favor. And I had bought a bit of sound equipment. It's all paid off, because the gigs that I did and this and that. But I got very close to buying another like few $1,000s worth of extra PTZ cameras and everything else. And it's a very good idea that I did not do that at the time, because they would have been sitting gathering dust right now. And but it's interesting. And then Lenny the Lawyer Live. Yeah, bought a lot of stuff he doesn't know how to use yet. But that's okay. I mean, you learn over time, right? Once you've already got it. And then Duchess of Darkness, good to see you here. Together We Travels in the House. Corinne's Life is here as a member and a moderator. I've got her on a... I got her on the wheel along with Hilda DC there. Oh, I am Betty J. Gathers looking at Electric Desk. I looked at that too. So, I always believe in money spent in the right place. I demand value out of every dollar spent. So I like to think of myself as not being cheap. If we go out like to dinner, or like the family goes out to a theme park or something like that, that's an experience. That's fine. And whatever it costs, let's just say. I can't do that kind of thing all the time. I'm sure none of us can. But you know what I mean. But then when it comes to the idea of the equipment, so most of you can see I'm on a Mac computer, and I upgraded that a couple of years ago after Superchat started doing well, so thank you everybody for that, by the way. But the computer is probably valued in Canadian dollars at about $3,000. The one that I use all the time. It's a M2. It's got, I think, 24 or 32 gigs of RAM and this and that. So it's kind of no joke, right? But the screens that I use in front of me are the cheapest ones I could find at $150 for 24-inch. I would have got 22 or 21-inch. I like smaller monitors, actually, but they didn't have them, and I wanted those. So that's what I'm talking about, right? Money spent in the right places and quality above anything else. Yes, I am Betty J. Gather says as well, if I understand right. Ron's Keto Cafe, good to see you here. I'm going to get you on the wheel. We're going to talk about controversial cruising here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play something very special for everybody. I think Life in the Piedmont Homestead is here also. So, up until now, for the last several weeks after episode 700, I started playing a few clips from a new podcast series that has just been announced today on the Superchat channel as an addition in content. But I've got 3 brand new clips that nobody has ever seen before, different from what we've already been seeing. We're going to look at one of those in a moment, and I'll sprinkle them throughout today's episode. We'll do another one in another hour or so when we go on our next break or two. Controversial Cruising is up here. This is an extremely dynamic creator. Somebody who's live streaming, I think, just about every day lately. Yeah, they got lots of live streams lined up. I've caught them a couple of times. I guess it's been a little while. I'm hoping I can catch you for another one of these. I see that they've got one. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself saying every day, but they just did one a few hours ago. They did one yesterday, the day before, and the day before that. They're taking a break for a few days here, but they got another 4 coming up. Sometimes they do game shows. Most often they're talking cruising and traveling. They're also joining lots of other channels on StreamYard panels and things like that. It's a great way to grow your channel by collaborating with anybody else in any way at all. They got shorts on this channel that have gotten into 7,000 views, a couple of them, and one over 12,000, which is great to see. And they post videos fairly frequently as well, usually about once a week. So hopefully everybody will connect with Controversial Cruising. They're here regularly in Superchat and have been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter ever since finding us. I think they've been with us about a year now, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Sweet Melissa, you're on the wheel. And yes, if anybody hasn't already given that thumbs up, I hope you will. So what we're going to do right now is play one of those clips. I'm very excited about this content because it's what we have all been needing for a very long time. 3 different creators have already recorded episodes with me of a podcast or interview series. They have all been with the Superchat family for a long period of time, and they have all crossed long past their 10,000 subscribers. One of the things that comes along with monetization on YouTube that used to require 30,000 subscribers is memberships, and that's open to everybody that gets monetized after 500 subscribers now, or just about everybody. So one of the things that creators will ask is how can they increase the number of memberships over time on their channel? What advice would you give to somebody to increase the number of members and watch that grow if that's something that's on their mind?
Yo, you better get your pencil out for this one. I take this part very seriously in my membership. Our membership is $1.99. It's low. Okay. And I did that intentionally. I don't have any other tiers. I have one tier. It's $1.99. It's the fun zone, basically. We have, 24 emojis available, and everybody gets a new banner or a new badge. And it's creative and it's evolving all the time. I change those out consistently. Sometimes during the holidays is a good example. I changed out almost every single one of those emojis for members. I must have picked up, and I think we're right around 600 members. I think we probably picked up an extra 100 because once Halloween came, everything changed throughout the entire holiday season. We're about to hit Easter, and I'm doing it again. So showing your members that you're changing, people love new things. They love it when it's new. And that's a simple thing that you can do. It's all free, whether you use Pexels or you use an AI generator, Midjourney. You can create all that so fast and so easy. It probably takes me to do, I see 24 up there. So I think it takes me maybe 2 hours to do every single one of those.
Right. Yeah.
And now you have a fresh palette all the way around.
That's a wonderful idea, so much so I'm holding myself back from laughing because I expect to take a page out of your book and probably do that on at least the Superchat channel. So thank you for that.
In encouraging everybody to join your membership program, or not so much encouraging, reminding them that you have a membership program. And as soon as you do that, everybody in your channel that's a member will start dropping those special emojis. Now, I tweak it a little bit too because I have the floating emotes. When we are in a non-emergency or eruptive time where we can take a breath and it's a little bit more relaxed, I have some pages, my live streams. When you do the emojis, they float all over the screen for fun. And then you see at a large customized emoji that you can only get by being a member, $1.99 is not too far off. People love it.
Wow, that's gold. Thank you for this. So hopefully everybody's enjoying these clips. And I promise you, the podcast series is extremely informative. So like I said, I've recorded 3 episodes. The first one's been announced already, expecting to drop it on the 1st of June. We'll do those once a month, and I've already got at least another creator lined up, probably more than one. Thank you, Conscious Business Services and Opportunities, for the Super Chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. That's Charlene Heal. She's got 2 channels. They're both monetized. We'll look at both of them. This one here, Conscious Business Services and Opportunities, is celebrating their monetization next Saturday. We'll raid into them after Super Chat. Calico Panther, Catch a Deal, is dropping a Super Chat as well. She's done that countless times before. That's Penny from 10 the Sheep Where You Are. Don't pass them by. She's referring to Trouble Von Cuddlepuss and Spiky Bruiser, who haven't made cameo appearances here in Tuber Chat for a long time. They won't likely ever be here where I am, but when I do another Tuber Chat episode from home, then I'll have the green screen out and then we'll likely get them on again. But thank you for that, and we'll look at that channel in a moment. So Conscious Business Services and Opportunities is getting close to 1,200 subscribers, and again, this is Charlene Heal. She brings wealth, spirituality, and entrepreneurship. She just put out a brand new video yesterday. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. You can see I've got the notification on for a premiere coming up tomorrow. On Monday. Monday, that I think is coming up. And then when we look at shorts on this channel, we're going to see that these have done well, getting into 5,000 and even 6,000 views. I think that one is new, actually. And then live streams are frequent. So I'm just going to grab some of the notifications for these. We always set notifications for everything that we see, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel, and that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. There's a live stream here on Charlene Heal's original channel called Mistakes YouTubers Make here, and we were joined on panel with Serenity Studio Art and Angel Light Over Darkness 33. We've all been together for several years on YouTube now as friends and family members on each other's channels, and we were talking about some of the mistakes that we've made in our YouTube journey, hoping to inspire others to either not take it too tough when you do make a mistake, or secondly, hopefully avoid some of those as well. So Charlene Heal is going to talk about wellness coaching. It's complementary content to her other channel. This is where she started, so of course she's monetized over here and working on 1,800 subscribers. She posts frequently over here, at least once a week, and then she's got shorts at 4,000 and 5,000, and then when we get into live streams, we see that those are fairly frequent as well. Sometimes she simulcasts on both channels, but she's live at least a couple of times a week by the look of it. So hopefully everybody will connect with Charlene Heal on both of these channels, and she's been another dear friend of probably 3 years. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I wonder if, did we not look at this channel already the other day, or did I not go through my watch later list like I usually do? Unbiased LLC, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is here, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Oh, I still make mistakes today, Nanny Tam. I promise you, even, you know, some of my friends have to, like, maybe not laugh, but shake their head, like, Kev, what are you doing? Because I still put out videos today. What was the one that I keep talking about? The Samsung 24, where I did a review and I said I'm going to put the case on the phone, and then I never put the case on the phone. That's just like ridiculousness, but I've done a lot of editing mistakes and things like that. My videos, I promise you, are full of them. Truth is, doesn't matter, right? Even my best performing video of like 80,000 views or whatever it is has mistakes in it, and I'm sure nobody even would notice. The Stock Explorer, thank you so much for the gifted membership. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Henry Leslie Vermont picked that up. If they're still here, I'll put them on the wheel right away. We're going to look at the Stock Explorer next. We always put membership gifters and Superchatters on the screen right away, and then members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. After a little while longer, I will add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Midlife Travels, I haven't got you on the wheel yet. Let's do that right now. And even here in Tuber Chat, I promise you, I make mistakes probably every day. Scratch and Pete PA likely picks up 99% of them or more. I don't know how he does it, but he does. And I promise you, it happens all the time. So when we look at Calico Panthers Catch a Deal, we see that this is the creator behind Tend the sheep where you are, don't pass them by. I think they said actually this is a second channel. I'm just going to go ahead and subscribe right now, even though I usually don't do that. I probably should have already. And I'm going to grab your 7-minute video and add that into my watch later list if I didn't already. So forgive me if I hadn't already done that. And then after the stream today, I'll go through that watch later list for sure. I'm making a note about it right now to not wait for that, because I probably overlooked it from Thursday night. And then I'll look at the shorts over here and see that this creator's started with these, so hopefully we'll start to see these move. They got 17 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the first 100 we know they're thinking about. If I look for Tend the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By, we see Penny's original channel on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so she's got to be excited about that. There's another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I think we've known Tend the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By and Penny for probably 3 years. I actually was on one of her channels once a long time ago for about 4 hours for a conversation, actually, on a StreamYard panel. She got shorts here getting into 2,600 and 2,700. This is where she wants to inspire us in a spiritual way. And then live streams are something that she does occasionally as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with both of these channels. Let me get the name of the other one right, because it's not rolling off the tongue just yet. Calico Panthers Catch a Deal, and Tend the Sheep Where You Are, Don't Pass Them By. And thank you again for another super chat. The kitties will be happy to have some extra treats, because they certainly don't already get an abundant amount. Even I sneak treats for them when I know that they've already had enough for the day. But who could help themselves, right? And Unbiased LLC in the chat, it's great to have you here. They're a longtime friend as well, and I see them out supporting other channels all the time. I think I've been connected to them for probably 3 years as well. Now, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. The Stock Explorer's coming up right now. They gifted a membership. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So the Stock Explorer is here as a member and a moderator. This is Nora, and this is somebody who's now working on 2,100 subscribers. First of all, they want to help us with our finances and talk about the stock markets and crypto markets. They do that in a level-headed and down-to-earth way. They bring us shorts, videos, and live streams with everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics. This creator often has product in hand, so much so that I've seen them invest in a stock, order a product from that company, and then unbox that product on a live stream as well. So I think that's pretty cool. You get an idea of the different types of videos that they're bringing when you get onto the page with a little bit of variety. Shorts are where they really expand the content on the channel. So they've got pure variety over here, like lots of creators in the Superchat family, regardless of category or niche. Lots of people are bringing variety into their shorts videos. And then they've got 10,000 on one of these, which still gets views today. They're, of course, monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And they've got live streams. They've really expanded the content over here as well. So sometimes there are charts and graphs when they're talking stocks and crypto. Sometimes they have guests and StreamYard panels actually join them on their channel once for a couple of hours. You could search that out while you're there, but they go live frequently. And lately they've been doing a lot of lottery ticket scratching, particularly in battles with other channels, which is a great way to grow your channel by collaborating with anybody at all. Tropical Buzz is Nora's second channel. They're in Florida. They want to educate us about plant life, some of which is already there, some of which they grow themselves. And they've got videos as well as shorts over here. These have even gotten into 600 views and beyond, and they're working on 300 subscribers over here. Nora is a dear friend, somebody who goes over and above and cares very much about the YouTube journey, those of us in the Tuber Chat family, as well well as their own community, and I can tell you that for sure. Now, they're here as a member and a moderator, and every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. Michael's Adventures is another example, as they're here as a beloved and dedicated moderator and have been for about 3.5 years. They are one of the most supportive creators between, not that I want to leave anybody out, we've got a lot of very supportive creators here, but between Michael's Adventures, Scratch and PPA, and the Stock Explorer, these are incredibly supportive creators. And I say that mostly because of what I see behind the scenes about the way that they help others. And I get to see that just as, you know, through my friendship with them and as the host of Superchat, a lot of what they do for others goes unseen. M&J, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Blester Crochet, I hope I said hello to you. I know you've been here for a while. Haven't hopefully missed any channels in the chat. It's the Bankroll is here. She's going to help us with our finances as well. And then, Ron's Keto Cafe started putting up shorts right away. They started moving. We'll see that soon. Roadkill Gaming Jory, good to have you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And then, Heidi would interview if it wasn't for the language barrier. Yes. And then... Jesse Miller Unboxings of More is making me laugh. May the 4th be with you. Absolutely. Thank you again, the Stock Explorer, for that gifted membership, by the way. Jesse Miller Unboxings of More is dropping a super chat. We're going to look at her channel next. We always do that. We put super chatters and membership gifters up on the screen right away, and then after a little while, we'll add some names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Members get added to the wheel right away as soon as we see them in the chat, if I didn't already say that. Matthew's Bushcraft, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And Michael's Adventures is up on the screen right now. This creator has over 3,500 videos on their channel, if you can imagine. What they bring us more than anything else is wildlife and nature. They literally post every day and have been doing that for as long as I can remember. I've been friends with them long over 3.5 years now. Sometimes they take us for a drive around their area, and then sometimes they're walking around giving us a story to be told as well. Their wildlife videos feature raccoons, deer, foxes, and a lot of bird watching. They just put a new bird watching video out the other day, and then occasionally you'll find a little bit of extra variety, or they'll take us out when they're on vacation or something like that for a visit and a walk around and a story to be told. Shorts on the channel feature a lot of lottery ticket scratching we see here, and one with a slot game on a tablet. And Michael's Adventures is now working on 1,400 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards that milestone. I know he will be willing to swap playlists, so for anybody that wants to do that in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Is Design with Emma here? Yes. I'm going to get them onto the wheel. Right now, they're going to help us with interior design. And Jesse Miller Unboxings and More actually just dropped a video moments ago, an hour ago, right before Tuber Chat. She planned that, actually. Usually she'd be running at the same time, and moved it to accommodate the 4-year anniversary here. So thank you for that, Jesse. I really do appreciate that. Although, I say this often, it is almost impossible to avoid crashing into each other once your YouTube journey is on a roll and you've started to follow a couple hundred different creators. Trying to avoid time zones, and what I mean is by time slots during the week and things like that. I just don't want anybody to get too hung up on it. Here in Superchat, I can't have a schedule, so I move the streams around all the time and then use that as a positive instead of a negative to say that we want to expose the streams and the channel to people around the world in different time zones, which is true. But, I have my own obligations like everybody else does, and we found a way to move things around that makes sense. Rebel River Cats, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. What we're looking at right now is Jessie Miller unboxings and more. Like I said, she just dropped a special live premiere right before Tuber Chat. Now this creator posts fairly frequently, sometimes more than once a week actually, and what she does primarily on her channel are unboxing videos, sometimes independent and most often from subscription services, things that we've seen. There are subscription boxes for just about everything out there. There's Star Wars, there's socks, there's music, CDs, DVDs, books. There are jewelry. She will feature stationery and bath and beauty products and makeup. She features a lot of the products that she finds in the subscription boxes in her shorts videos. So you see bath and beauty products there. You see stationery. You see jewelry, snacks are here. She does snacks once in a while as well. And Jessie Miller Unboxings and More is getting dangerously close to 2,000 subscribers right now. She's been on the road for a while. She goes live occasionally as well. She's got one coming up in a couple of weeks. She's usually live once a month. And Jessie Miller Unboxings and More is another dynamic creator. She does a great job of keeping up with the chat, even though it's busy, because she's got a vibrant community around her channel already. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then, they have a Star Wars video on the channel as well, which I likely have not seen. Yeah, I only today when she actually was the one who pointed out the idea that I actually put the 4-year anniversary on May the 4th, because in the early days of Tuber Chat, when we just started, I was promising everybody, and I try never, ever, ever to break promises. I also try not to promise things that I can't come through with, right? But I promised everybody that I would start streaming by the end of April of that year, 4 years ago. And then it came to the end of April. I wasn't quite ready, so I did a test stream on April the 30th and said we'll start next week. But I still got away with keeping my promise and giving myself an extra week to prepare. But because of that, now I get to put the anniversary wherever I want within the first week of May. And Jessie Miller Unboxings and More mentioned it the other day. She's like, oh, I think you planned that. Yes, 4-year anniversary on May the 4th. So yes, May the 4th be with you to everyone. I don't think I have a Star Wars video right now. I have 3 Loot Crate boxes, which are subscription boxes, mystery boxes that I meant to have to unbox from years ago. They're probably beyond 5 years old now, if not older. And I'm sure if I go to open those, a few people are going to lose their mind and say, please don't open them. They're valuable now. But we know for sure everybody knows what's in them, except for me. I haven't looked them up yet, but I might do those as an unboxing, and I won't be surprised if there's something in there for Star Wars. And, there you go. Yes, years ago, Jessie Miller Unboxing More. Jessie Miller Unboxings and More put a Star Wars box up. They're going to put it on the community tab. And I forgot that sometimes I put, usually on Facebook, I'll put a post, May the 4th be with you. Something funny I find from somebody else. And then Revenge of the 5th tomorrow, right? So let's look at Ace Flaw 1. This is another friend who's been with me actually long before Tuber Chat had even started. He's one of the first creators that I met in the small YouTuber journey after having been on YouTube for about 2.5 years. Andy is the creator behind this channel, and you can see after 700 episodes of Tuber Chat and after 4 years, he's still coming around as often as he can, usually every day, to continue to support more creators. And then AceFlaw1 is going to bring us travel videos. They've actually got a brand new one here from a few days ago. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them. They recently took a trip to Italy. They post occasionally now, but they're working on 5,000 subscribers, which is great to see. They've got some shorts here, and one of these has popped over 1,600 views, which is great to see. And AceFlaw1, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Yes, hopefully to be Irish Live. Hopefully it is. Kristen Melinda, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And let's think about spinning the wheel. And then thank you one more time, Jesse Miller Unboxings and More, for your super chat. Thank you, the Stock Explorer, for that gifted membership. Again, I know they got a bit going on. Luckily, with friendships on YouTube, everybody says that their favorite thing about YouTube, myself included, is the friendships that are made along the way. Anybody can reach out anytime on the other social networks, but I'm lucky to have conversations with a few creators, often on places like Instagram. I'm on Facebook a lot of the time, and Twitter some of the time as well. Never on them all the time, though. I had somebody ask me, they're like, you must be busy today because you haven't checked your Instagram. And I'm like, no, I'm on there a couple times a day, usually just to clear notifications and see if anything's up. But if there was an emergency, it would require a chain reaction of phone calls to get a hold of me if I'm not around. And then thank you, Nanny Tam. Mind Forked is coming up next. So what we're going to do right now, I tried an experiment the other day. We'll consider it an experiment for now and see how it goes. Instead of adding sections to the wheel, like add a name and clear the wheel, which I've been doing lately, what we're going to do is just clear the wheel out once per hour. So it's time right now. We still got at least 2 hours to go. We can stay overtime today if everybody would like. But let's go for 3.5 minutes, and then we'll come right back. All right, we're back, and I have just wiped out the wheel. We'll do that again in another hour. And I reloaded with all the members that I see in the chat that have not already been on the screen. I added a couple of extras there. Blessed to Crochet is another creator who's been incredibly active in engaged conversation in the chat. Again, she's been at the top of the list every stream she's been here, I think. And I've got that channel on the wheel along with our members as well. I'll do that again in another hour. Now, about 20 minutes from now or so, I will play another one of the unreleased, never before seen clips from our podcast series. Each one of those interviews is at least an hour and a half long. And the first one's been announced. We'll drop it a month from now. And hopefully everybody will enjoy these clips. They're all different from what we've been seeing up until now. For any of our members that might be listening in the background, I just wiped the wheel out, so please be active in the chat. I'll get you back on there. And this helps us speed things up, so we'll get to some more channels, pardon me, from the chat that we otherwise might not have seen quite so soon. So Mindforked is up on the screen right now, and this is a creator who's out there supporting other creators all the time. I've run into them countless times supporting others. They've got a brand new video here from a few days ago. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. They bring a lot of variety. However, they're going to talk to us about anything unexplained, from strangeness to UFOs, ancient civilizations, fun music videos, and a twist on a day in history. Through shorts, they bring bite-sized information as well. They've gotten into 4,000 views on a couple of these, and one over 10,000, which is great to see. The thumbnail on that's great too. Live streams, they are live, it seems to be almost once a week, but I also see them out supporting others, and I believe I've seen them on panel more than once. In StreamYard panels on other channels as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Mindfork. They've been with us a long time. I think Mindfork's been with us probably a year and a half, maybe longer. And obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Next up is Scratch and Pete PA, and you've heard me describe this creator as a shining jewel in the Superchat family, one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my now 7 years on YouTube. Scratch and Pete PA is here as a beloved and dedicated moderator, and if you can believe it, out of our over 700 episodes of Superchat, he has been here for many more than 650 times, if you can believe it, and that's just on this channel. Scratch and PPA literally supports every single thing I do on every single channel that I touch, and I have no choice but to shake my head and thank God and wonder how on earth this creator could be so supportive, and why am I so lucky to be able to call them such a friend. And you see a little bit of that generosity now. Oh my dear goodness, you can imagine the look on my face. I'm thinking about adding channels to the wheel here, but Scratch and PPA just gifted 20 memberships, so that is an unreasonably generous thing to have done. Thank you, Scratch and PPA. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. It's absolutely unnecessary, of course, but very much appreciated always. He's done that kind of thing many times before. For any of those channels that are still in the chat, I will get them onto the wheel. I see Doof Doof Paranormal's coming in right behind Scratch and PPA to drop a super chat as well. So thank you for that. She's done that countless times. That's Karen from Australia. Jonathan Sturgill is in the house. He's got a couple of channels for us to look at. And Kristen Melinda picked up one of those gifted memberships. Reese Blissful Connections is still in the house. I Am Betty J Gathers is still here. I'm going to get them back onto the wheel. I cleared the wheel a while ago. And Yeah, I have to be careful how I talk about it because I get choked up. It doesn't matter whether it's good news or bad news, kindness or opposite. I get right choked up about all these different kinds of things. But Scratch and PPA, like I said, is an incredibly supportive creator. He's done things like this countless times here in Superchat and on my other channel. This is obviously overly generous, this particular gifting of memberships, and I appreciate that. But Scratch and PPA does a lot for creators, and I believe he does a lot that it goes unseen. Because he, most of us will describe him as seeming to be everywhere all the time, and it absolutely is true. For anybody here who's already connected to Pete, you will probably have to agree that he's one of your most supportive creators. LP, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Cruising on the High Seas and Travel is also gifting a membership, so thank you for that. We're going to look at their channel right after Doof Doof Paranormal. And then Mike and Rihanna's Adventures picked up one of those gifted memberships. They're fellow Canadians. Thank you for that. And Simply Vigo's in the house. Good to see you here. And pardon me, hopefully I'm not going to miss too much in the chat. Thank you, Midlife Travels. They've been members for 6 months now. And thank you, yes, may the 4th be with you. And thank you for the highlighted milestone message. And then, yeah, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures have been members for 16 months now, well over a year. Yarn Again, thank you as well. They've had a membership for quite some time here, getting on 7 months now. And you know that creators, 99% of the time, have been with a channel for a while longer. Oh, Butler Family Farm, I must have. Yes, I must have. This usually what I do, actually, when I say I'm going to wipe the wheel, is that I actually go through and pick names. But today you can see like it's so overwhelming that I literally did just wipe the wheel off, knowing I'm going to, keep mine to do a better job of making sure that I get channels back on the wheel when they need to be there. But there's Butler Family Farm right now. And then, yeah, please don't, for any of our members, if you're unsure, I know not everybody can read the text here. I hope that you will try, but if not, please don't be afraid to give us a nudge and just make sure that you're on the wheel. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And thank you again, Scratch and PPA, for those gifted memberships. So I've added all the members that I see in the chat on there right now. Thank you, Canadian Family Life, for another highlighted milestone message. And then Mike and Rihanna's Adventures has some new content coming up. Corinne's Life is going to get added to the wheel again as well. So yes, any members that are in the background that have been listening, just please be active in the chat for a second. I'll get you back on the wheel. I'm going to wipe it out again in another 45 minutes, though. I'm going to do it at the top of the hour. Yeah, the wheel grows pretty quick here. Sweet Melissa, as you can see. And thank you, especially for anybody who's here for the first time, because it's a special edition of our live stream. And while we're always busy, and there are always a ton of generous creators to meet, today obviously is a little bit of a boost. So Scratch and PPA, like I said, is an incredibly supportive creator. He's been with us pretty much from the beginning, if you can believe it. I'm not kidding, over 650 times. I lost count of how many times it actually is if I was to go back. He has not missed more than a handful since finding Superchat, and even those with extremely valid reason, although, like I say all the time, I don't expect anybody to be here every day or for hours at a time every time we stream. But imagine somebody being in your stream 650 times on one channel. He might have been with me close to 1,000 times by now for different things. And then for hours at a time, if you can imagine. So, I keep saying it. I'm sure everybody here who's already connected to Pete doesn't need me to tell them how supportive he is, because he's this way with everybody, unbelievably supportive and seeming to be everywhere all the time. Pretty Witty and Risky, thank you so much for the super chat as well. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We're going to look at your channel right after cruising on the high season travel. We always put super chatters and membership gifters on the screen right away in order, and then we will add members to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. And after a little while longer, I'll add some names to the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. And Brampton Gardner, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. She is one of the creators I met up with Just Jason Keto and more, and Rambling with the Brooms just a couple of Saturdays ago. We went out for a few hours and had some dinner, and it was a great time. And it's good to see Brampton Gardner in the house. I've been friends with her for what I believe is about 3 years now as well. And then Simply Vigo's in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. When we look at Scratch and Pete PA's channel, what we're going to see is the Scratch Challenge series of videos. What this creator does is brings an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching. He pits two tickets against each other and then gives us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video by voting and following him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, where those votes are presented, if that makes sense. And then when we look at Scratch and Pete PA's premieres, we see he's got one coming up on Tuesday. He premieres every single week on Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. And if you can catch us for one of those premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Garden State Gardener, the Stock Explorer, and a few others. And it makes it very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. Now, Scratch and PPA has also had presentation at the forefront of his mind from the very beginning. His video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video over 3.5 years ago. And you can see his bright, bold avatar is matched by the content in the thumbnails on his videos, as well as a hint about the giveaways that happen during his video series, and his banners updated every single week, if you can imagine that. This creator also expanded their content this year when they took a trip to Italy and brought us some vlogging style shorts to give us a look at the different areas they visited and some Italian lottery tickets. And then we got into a live stream, and he's let us know we can expect more in the future. So hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA if you haven't already. And you see for yourself, this is an overly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, but Scratch and Pete PA is truly a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family, and I know we can all agree that this channel and what we do here could not be possible if it wasn't for Scratch and Pete PA's unbelievable dedication to the community and helping everybody in the way that he does. Addicted to Ships and Trips is asking how many creators we have from the UK. We know it's a few. And then Intro to Mills is here as well. Good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And Jan Hines is here as well. Nanny Tam's still here. I thought you were gone. Nanny Tam. I'm going to get her back onto the wheel. And next up, we're going to look at Doof Doof Paranormal, Karen from Australia. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Doof Doof Paranormal's up on the screen right now. So thank you again, Scratch and PPA, for those gifted memberships. He's done incredibly generous things like that many times before on many different channels. So thank you for that. Absolutely unnecessary, of course, but very much appreciated. And then Doof Doof Paranormal, Karen from Australia, dropped a super chat. She's done that countless times before as well. This creator's also monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, and forgive me, I always forget to mention this, but Scratch and PPA is also monetized. He's got super chats, super stickers, and super thanks available on his channel to support him with when we get there as well. So it's something to think about, especially during those premieres that happen every Tuesday. And then, thank you, Danny Tam. Yes, King Morgan, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for the congratulation messages from everybody today. hopefully you see that the intention was to be doing this for long beyond 5 years before we even started. I couldn't have been sure how long it would take, but the intention is to get to at least 1,000 live streams. But we've got brand new content coming out on the channel as well, by the way. So a new podcast series. I've already filmed 3 interviews. One of those was announced today and is sitting on the Tuber Chat channel. You can set your notification. It'll be dropped at the beginning of next month. And 3 creators have already been recorded. They've been with the Tuber Chat family for several years, and they've long passed their 10,000 subscribers. And then when we look at Jevin Richardson's got a birthday coming up tomorrow. When we look at the chat, hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. Doof Doof Paranormal, yes, an incredible supporter, says I am Betty J. Gathers as well. This creator is going to sort fact from fiction. She's going to talk to paranormal investigators on her channel. And then she's going to talk about the different types of things that they're going to do in their videos. This creator is somebody I talk about often when I mention shorts, because she puts extra production value into her shorts videos. I hope everybody will go over there and see what I'm talking about, because I think we have a better chance at success with shorts when we produce our videos similarly to what we do with our long form content, right? 3,400 views, 4,700 views now on one of these. And then live streams are frequent as well. So she's on usually at least once a week, if not twice, and often with a StreamYard panel. And hopefully everybody will connect with Doof Doof Paranormal. Karen from Australia came into the Tuber Chat family what I believe is about a year ago, but could be a little bit longer, and just blazing with generosity and support for the community. So thank you for that. Again, Doof Doof Paranormal, another super chat. Like I said, she's done that countless times before. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And New England Cajun Roots Reseller LLC, good to see you in the house. Forgive me for not being certain if this might be your first time in Tuber Chat. And Suzanne E. Goulet, good to see you here. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not sure if it's Goulet or Goulet, but I'll assume it's Goulet if you don't correct me. But I always want to promote everybody's channel the way they want it promoted, so please don't be shy to give me a nudge if I'm mispronouncing your channel name. Sometimes it takes me more than once to get them right, but I absolutely want to promote everybody the way that they want to be promoted, like I say. Cruising on the High Seas and Travel is up here. They gifted a membership as well. So we always put membership gifters and super chatters on the screen right away. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in another couple of moments here. And then Cruising on the High Seas and Travel has got 788 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 800 that I'm thinking about. And may the 4th be with you. Yes, I'm going to grab one of their latest videos. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's something they did a couple days ago. I think I missed another live stream from you too. Am I right? Were you on? Yeah, yesterday they did a cruise. Forgive me for missing that. I was hoping I would catch one of these. They've got another live stream coming up in a few days, so I've got the notification on for that. We always set notifications for everything we see, even though we've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can. This creator's gotten into 1,800 and 2,400 views when it comes to shorts videos, and live streams are frequent. So hopefully everybody will connect with Cruising on the High Seas and Travel, and then they're going to talk about the benefits of cruising. I was lucky enough to work on a cruise ship for one summer in my life 100 years ago, and when I worked there, I promise you it was a life-changing experience. So I absolutely agree. Oh, and then thank you so much, New England Cajun Roots Reseller. Yes, we've got a few resellers in the house, actually. Oh, for the life of me. Marketplace Boutique and Baskets Resale, both, as well as we got a few friends that do auctions. I can't believe I did not already know of an app the other day was introduced to me called Whatnot. And I might have seen it before, but I can't remember. It looked new to me. But all they do is auction. So it's a live platform for auctions. The only thing is that what I saw over there where people starting auctions off at $1. So the thing is, I happen to be in Canada, for anybody that didn't already happen to notice that. And we don't have what in the United States is called media mail, which applies to what I believe is books, magazines, vinyl records, CDs, DVDs, and things like that. So the problem is, my imagination tells me it might be tough for me to sell a DVD for $1 if somebody's got to pay $19 to have it shipped. And so I wonder, I have to learn more about that app. But reselling is something that I do just a tiny bit of. I actually got a notification today. I sold another DVD. I bought a bunch of stuff from an auction a long time ago, and I just sell a tiny sliver of stuff on eBay here and there. But it's nice. They've changed things. I probably wish they still had PayPal as their main thing. But what happens with eBay now, I'm assuming it's the same in the States as it is in Canada, but when you sell something on eBay, they literally just put the money in your account within a couple of days. So you're constantly getting these little, for most sellers, I'm sure it's little tricklings of income coming through an account constantly, which is great. Another stream of income. Some take it more seriously. I help run an eBay store that's got, I've listed 2,000 things over there and shipped 1,000 packages. But for myself, I just do a little bit every year, and it helps. Yes, Drea Lachey. I used to get Drea Lachey's name incorrect for a long, long time, and one of our friends, I think Chocolate Drop, corrected me one day. I always want to pronounce everybody's name the way they want it pronounced, of course. And then hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. So let's look at... yarn again. You hold a box for them to make it worth the shipping. I wonder what you mean about that. What I've thought about doing is adding a couple of things onto, adding a couple things together. I got into eBay myself. I was a bit of a smart aleck, let's just say, in the beginning, and probably got in too early. I should have learned more before I started, so I went and I bought 400 DVDs. I only paid $1 each for them. But, now trying to sell those things even for $5 or $10 or anywhere in between is a bit of a struggle because of the shipping. If I could put them together, put the fitness ones together, the horror ones together, and made a box of 8 or 10, might do better. But I'm not too worried about it. It's just an idea. Now, I could be very wrong. eBay and all these platforms work differently around the world, so please don't take my word for what goes on. Marketplace Boutique and Baskets Resale will do a much better job of describing how to use platforms like that to buy and sell. I just do a tiny bit. Pretty Witty and Risky is up on the screen as well, so thank you for that super chat. And we always put super chatters and membership gifters up on the screen right away in order. And Cruising on the High Seas and Travel also gifted a membership there as well, so we had them up a moment ago. Oh, and then I see what you mean, Yarn again. Yeah, I haven't done auctions. That's why everything I do is buy it now. Buy it now always. But I might try one day, yes. Pretty Witty and Risky is up on the screen, and they've got close to 1,600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And they dropped a super chat. Scully's House of Thrillers is doing the same thing right now, so we're going to look at their channel next. They've done that countless times before, so thank you, Scully. And we'll actually look at their channel when we come back from the next break, which we'll do right now. Pretty Witty and Risky brings us lottery ticket scratching. This is a huge genre and category on YouTube. I didn't know until we started Tuber Chat, and now we've got quite a vibrant community of lottery ticket scratchings. A lot of generous creators behind these channels, and it can be very exciting when they start getting into scratch battles and things like that, like we've seen. And we've got lots of different friends that all seem to do something a little bit different on their channels. Pretty Witty and Risky's got a video that I haven't seen yet. I'll put that in my catch-up list there. They've got some shorts on the channel as well that have done already 2,600 and 3,400 views, which is great to see. And then live streams on the channel. They're doing these frequently. Up to 3 weeks ago, they did a few of those. We'll see if they're going to have another one soon. And again, getting close to 1,600 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. And thank you again for the generous super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated always. So what we're going to do right now is go for a very quick break for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back, and then we're going to look at Scully's House of Thrillers. For anybody who haven't already, if I've missed anything, oh my dear goodness. We'll do one thing and then we'll go on that break. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Pardon me, we're back. I just needed an extra second there. We're looking at Scully's House of Thrillers, Living History's Mysteries. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's a cool name. And then hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And Scully's House of Thrillers is known as the author that reads to you. I lost track a while ago of how long we've actually been friends with this creator. They've been extremely active on their channel recently, but I think it's 3 years. It could be. I could be very mistaken, so forgive me if that's not the case. But they're working on 4,500 subscribers. I see some familiar faces in their channel member section there as well. When we get into videos, we see that they've just put a really short one up right now, but they do some live streams as well. I caught them a couple times recently, so yeah, just a few days ago. Again, this is the author that reads to you. They give you quite a bit of information on their channel about what they're going to do, but for anybody that likes audiobooks, or what we used to call books on tape and things like that, I listen to a lot of audiobooks actually. Scully's House of Thrillers, of course, has a very unique voice, but they're also a published author. So somebody who wants to read to us, and sometimes they take requests on their channel as well. They've started with some shorts here, getting into hundreds of views, which is great to see. And of course, they're monetized with lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So thank you for another super chat, Scully's House of Thrillers. They've done that countless times here, especially lately, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We put their channel on the screen right away for that reason, and we'll get back to spinning soon. Vanessa Angel Rose Designs, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is coming up right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And pardon me, I meant to put up Bella's Whisper Farmstead already. Let's get that happening. This is another creator who's incredibly actively engaged in conversation during our streams. They have been ever since finding us, and that's just a couple months ago. It could be as many as 3 months now. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is going to bring us another homesteading channel. And this creator, like a lot of the others in our homesteading community, or in the homesteading community, seems to have that same generosity, wanting to share knowledge and resources with each other and with others. And when I talk about homesteading, I often group a few different categories together, like farming, ranching, gardening, fishing, hiking, camping, and other outdoor channels. So Bella's Whisper Farmstead brings us mostly outdoor content with a little bit of a mix of indoor as well. Shorts on the channel have already gotten into 2,600 and 3,100 views. This is who we know as Kristen in the chat most frequently lately. And then live streams are something they've experimented with a week ago. We'll see if they're going to keep those up and get another one happening. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can. They'll give you quite a bit of information about Mike and Kristen over here and their North Central GA farmstead. And then they want to talk to us about homesteading on a budget. That's what they tell us on their banner. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and catching a lot of that content. Let's spin the wheel. Thank you one more time, Bella's Whisper Farmstead, for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And then we're going to look at I Am Betty J Gathers. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And I Am Betty J Gathers is another dynamic creator. She is always smiling, always laughing. This creator's actually got a video coming up soon, another almost hour from now. She's got a premiere coming up, so we know right after Tuber Chat there'll be fresh content on her channel. I Am Betty J Gathers is now officially on the road to 2,000. We always say you're officially on a road when you get to 19, or when you get to a 100 milestone. Since she's past 1,900, That puts her officially on the road to 2,000. Yeah, Vanessa Angel Rose Designs is a long time friend. I think they've been with us for about 3 years as well. 2 for sure, but I think it's probably 3 years. Yeah, they've been with us many times before. And then, yeah, Addicted to Ships and Trips. Yeah, you'll find a lot of generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters here, willing to support others. And that's what inspired TuberChat 4 years ago, was I was introduced to the small YouTuber community. But some of the creators with us even today, like AceFlaw1 and Jeremy D-Day, who've been with me over 4 years, since before TuberChat was even started. The generosity of some creators and the knowledge that they want to support each other years into the future, I thought was inspiring. So we started this channel, certainly not the first growth stream of its kind. There were hundreds, if not thousands of them out there before. But this is another one here where we put the focus on the friendships that are made between creators, of course. Bayou Sugar Garden, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I am Betty J. Gathers, is going to talk to us about living her best life over 60, but most of what she talks about, I'm sure 99% or more, can relate to just about everybody. She does a ton of vlogging lately, actually. She brings us indoors, outdoors, into her home, stories to be told. She might take us shopping. I am Betty J. Gathers. The conversation can go just about anywhere on the channel when she gets started, both in videos and live streams. She streams frequently. She's got another vibrant community, and she collaborates with others as well. She's got StreamYard panels where she'll join other creators or have them on her channel as well. I am Betty J. Gathers has got some shorts here as well. These have done well, getting into 9,000 and 10,000 views, which is great to see. And here in the TuberChat channel, we have probably gained hundreds of thumbs up because of her energetic and friendly reminders. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Chill Slots, good to see you back in the house. Jennifer Ocean Homestead is here from New Brunswick now. This is somebody who recently found us but has been incredibly engaged in conversation and all of our streams, I believe, since they first found us. They give us quite a bit of information on their About page about the channel, how they started with homesteading, and what we can expect. And they've got 219 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 300 that they're thinking about. And when we look at their videos, we see they've got a brand new one from yesterday. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That is a playlist that I use to keep caught up with creators. Playlists can be a great tool for that. Lots of outdoor content on this channel, again, a little bit indoors. And then when we get into shorts videos over here, we see that they have gotten into 7,000, even 10,000 views and beyond. And I'm just looking, I wanted to see that, where did your container garden go? Is that something to do with people in New Brunswick, that they keep an impeccably neat and clean container garden? Because I talk about that with Canadian family life as well. I always, I've over a lifetime, I'm not the neatest and cleanest person like ever in history, but I do like things neat and tidy when they can be. My office obviously starts to pick up a little bit of mess here and there. I have to clean it all the time. But when we look at a garden, though, my father loves a lot of plants, like an unreasonable amount of plants. And trying to keep that clean and neat and tidy is a chore in and of itself. So for that reason, I'm that much more impressed. I don't really try to grow anything right now. We had some friends drop a tomato plant, a basil plant in our hand a couple of years ago. Hope Bus are some friends. I actually did a video on their channel, on my own channel, featuring them. And then Kristen now takes over that stuff. She's gotten into a little more indoor gardening. I am Betty J. Gathers. Thank you for the gifted memberships. That's an incredibly generous thing to have done, and she's done that kind of thing before. Bayou Sugar Garden, Vanessa Angel Rose Designs, Fazio to King Naruto Luffy Goku, along with Crochet Lovin' Leanie. And then Too Old to Care grabbed a couple of those memberships. So thank you for that. For any of those creators that are still here, I'll put them in the on the wheel right away. But thank you for that. Vanessa Angel Rose Designs will be added right now. And we'll get to our next channel. I'll spin the wheel and we'll see who's coming up next. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So Jonathan Sturgill will come up right now, but I see that Bayou Sugar Garden is still here, so I'll put them on the wheel. I'm going to wipe that wheel out in about 10 minutes from now. I've also got a very special clip to play, something we haven't seen before from one of our 3 interviews that I've already recorded that is going to be released as a podcast series starting next month. The first one's been announced. And then it's all creators that have been with the Tuber Chat family for a long period of time, and all creators that have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So Jonathan Sturgill is up on the screen right now, and this is somebody who came to us with about 5,000 subscribers actually, but they continue to grow now on this channel. They're going to talk about learning guitar more than anything else lately, but they also do a lot of gear reviews and product comparisons on their channel. They'll give you an example of exactly what to expect on their channel when we get into their About section. They've got some shorts over here as well that have gotten into 1,000 views and beyond, which is great to see. And then Jonathan Sturgill has a second channel, and this is where they're featuring some of the AI systems that are out there right now, and giving us a look as to what we can expect from those. What they're talking about is looking at different reviews of different online services more than anything else right now. So when we look at the latest couple, we get an idea of some of these. This is an AI system. This one is for animation. But we get an idea of the knowledge on product scope that Jonathan Sturgill has. They're at 50 subscribers right now, halfway to the first 100. We would love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And Phase Yoda King, Naruto Luffy Goku, has now been a member for 3 months. And if they're here in the chat, I'll put them on the wheel right away. Canadian Family Life is coming up right now, another creator from New Brunswick. Now you get a chance to see why I said what I did just a moment ago about container gardening. It's one of the things that Tiffany does on her channel here from New Brunswick, and she keeps an impeccable container garden. I can't help but mention it all the time. She does a lot of grocery hauls, a lot of cooking videos on the channel. She brings daily life, family fun, and Happy Mail videos and shout outs for other creators as well. So you get an idea through the thumbnails, some of that variety. Here's a bit of a look at that garden. This is what I'm talking about here. And then they've got shorts on their channel as well. And we've watched some of these grow. They've got 3 now, over 2,500 views, one over 5,500, which is great to see. Of course, they're monetized. One of the first channels monetized under the newer restrictions, actually, of 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours of watch time, even though they had well over 1,000 subscribers. But they continue to grow now. One of the fastest growing channels in the Tuber Chat family that we've seen in the last 4 years. And I believe the biggest reason for that is because of the support that Tiffany gives to other creators. She also seems to be everywhere all the time. She's got a live stream coming up tomorrow. She seems to be live once a month or so. Might be stepping that up to like every other week, which is great to see. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go in a moment here. And then hopefully again I haven't missed anything in the chat. Duchess of Darkness is here or back. And then Butler Family Farm will be up next. I'm just going to show you one more channel here first. Chris's Creation Fun is Tiffany's husband And this creator started with 3D printing and has gotten into some do-it-yourself videos, like first of all repairing that 3D printer, but also working on some solar equipment as well. So this is where they talk about that garden as well. This control station they've got for the container garden that I keep talking about in the house. And then shorts on Chris's Creation Fun have already gotten into a few hundred views, so hopefully he'll post more. He's getting really close to that first 100 at 96 subscribers, so we'd love to push him a little bit closer towards that milestone. Next up is going to be Butler Family Farm, everybody's BFF. So let's see what they've got going on their channel. They just put out their 1,000th video yesterday, actually, and we'll have a look at their channel. They've got 116 acres of farming and homesteading goodness for us. And when we look at their channel, I have to laugh because they often change their about section just for me. So when I put their channel up on the screen, I can read that. Bees are here now. They had bees last year for the first time, and they've brought them back. So we'll see that on the channel. They've also got cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, along with chickens and cats and dogs on the channel. Jerry and Susan share the camera work over here. They often do a lot of meetups with other creators, both in live streams and in videos. But they also have StreamYard panels on their channel as well, with lots of vibrant conversation, often a full grid. They got lots of channels to introduce us to, so you'll likely meet more friends when you get over there. I didn't see the Bees Here Now video. I'm going to put that one in my catch-up list as well. I don't know why I didn't notice that the last couple times I had your channel on the screen. Shorts on the channel as well. Jerry and Susan together there. We've gotten into 12,000 and 25,000 views on a couple of these shorts, which is great to see. And then they've got some live streams here. I joined them on their channel just a few weeks ago. Sometimes you see Jerry and Susan together, and then sometimes they're out at these meetups. Like I said, StreamYard panels as well. Lots of familiar faces on their channel because they collaborate with tons of creators, and they're monetized, of course. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Cali King 916, good to see you here from Sacramento, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. MT Homestead, I'm going to get you onto the wheel. I'm not sure if Midlife Travels is on there again. Let me make sure I get them back on the wheel. I cleared the wheel a while ago. I'm going to do it again in another couple of minutes here. We'll look at one more channel now, and then we'll go for a break. And I'm going to play one of those clips that I keep talking about today, one that nobody's seen before. Another different clip from one of those interviews that is coming up as a podcast series that I'll release once a month here on the Tuber Chat channel, and finally get into some videos. But I promise you, these are incredibly informative, and it's what we have been waiting for a long time. Chef Mama Bliss, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Not only is this creator a professional chef and a CFO of a catering company, but they also are part of an academy that shares their knowledge with others. So Chef Mama Bliss has been a long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in Tuber Chat. As you can see, they're one of our longest standing members, actually. You can see that by the color of the membership badge there. When you start to get into the reds and purples and things like that, it says something. And then Chef Mama Bliss has got 467 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them towards the 500 they must be thinking about. You get an idea of the delicious looking content on their channel when we get there. They got some shorts. These have gotten into 400 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see they've experimented with this. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to continue those. They've got we've all got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can also. And you get another channel up onto the screen right now. Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness will come up, and then we'll get into the other things I've been talking about. We'll take another break for a few minutes in case anybody needs to get up or get a drink. I hope you'll hang on for the first few minutes, though, so that we can have a look at this informative content again from our podcast series that's coming up. Girl Dad Cooking Up Deliciousness is working on 1,300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They got lots of information about what to expect on the channel on their About page. When we get into videos, we see that they have been posting frequently, almost every day. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos, put that in my catch-up list so I can catch up a little bit. Playlists are a great tool for that. You can see the delicious looking content on their channel. They do some live streams too, and these tend to be quite short actually, but they bring some more delicious content, of course. Shorts on the channel bring more variety, but they've gotten into 11,000 views on a few of these, which is great to see, and hopefully that continues as well. I dad, I cook, I garden, so they do a few different things as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. I'm sure you'll enjoy the support that comes back from them. They've been with us just about every single day since finding us. I know not everybody can be here every day or for hours at a time every time we stream, but I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend. And what we'll do right now, we'll spin the wheel, we'll see who's coming up next, and it's time for us to play one of those clips again. So what I'm talking about is an interview series. Each interview is at least an hour and a half long. There's 3 different creators I've recorded already. They have shared insight about their YouTube journey. They are friends that have been with the Superchat family for 3 years or longer, and they've long passed their 10,000 subscribers. Well, thank you for that. So it's interesting that we're talking about shorts already. We've got a lot to go over today. But since you've mentioned it, that's one thing that I was planning to ask is the idea that you can give us, regardless of, like, you know, a lot of people are going to have different opinions about whether shorts are helpful. Some creators have broken off into separate shorts channels and things like this. But in your experience, now going through what you have with shorts, what advice can you give to somebody just in the beginnings of their YouTube journey before their 10,000 subscribers so that they can have the best chance of making shorts work for them as opposed to against them?
So ultimately, you've got to have a passion in what you're doing. There's no point in, say, I'm going to do videos on fixing cars when you have no idea on how to fix cars.
Yes.
Okay. I am more shocked at what people are willing to sit there and watch than actually do it. I did over the Christmas period, I was given a huge model to build and I live streamed it. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got another day on it. So it'll be another like 8 years. So I was basically doing 4 to 6 hour live streams of building this kit. And people were turning up every day, having me in their background or in the background, watching me and listening to me while I was effing and jeffing at this kit. You know what I mean? And if they've got a passion for what you're doing, they're more likely going to watch that passion from you and push. So if you are going to set up a YouTube channel today, if your passion is walking, record it.
Yes.
But make sure that you envelop and make sure that what you're saying and what you put in the video is aimed at the audience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I do a YouTube video, I don't think I'm talking to 50,000 viewers.
Oh, goodness, I cut that off. I'm going to replay it, and forgive me, I hit something while I shouldn't have. I'm going to replay the clip, but I can't fast forward it, so we'll have to watch it from the beginning. But hopefully everybody's enjoying that from our dear friend Moz6510 Models. Well, thank you for that. So it's interesting that we're talking about shorts already. We've got a lot to go over today. But since you've mentioned it, that's one thing that I was planning to ask is the idea that you can give us, regardless of, like, a lot of people are going to have different opinions about whether shorts are helpful. Some creators have broken off into separate shorts channels and things like this. But in your experience, now going through what you have with shorts, what advice can you give to somebody just in the beginnings of their YouTube journey before their 10,000 subscribers, so that they can have the best chance of making shorts work for them as opposed to against them?
So ultimately, you've got to have a passion in what you're doing. There's no point in, say, I'm going to do videos on fixing cars when you have no idea on how to fix cars.
Yes.
Okay. I am more shocked at what people are willing to sit there and watch than actually do it. I did over the Christmas period, I was given a huge model to build and I live streamed it. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got another day on it. So it'll be another like 8 years. So I was basically doing 4 to 6 hour live streams of building this kit. And people were turning up every day, having me in their background or in the background, watching me and listening to me while I was effing and jeffing at this kit. You know what I mean? And if they've got a passion for what you're doing, they're more likely going to watch that passion from you and push. So if you are going to set up a YouTube channel today, if your passion is walking, record it.
Yes.
But make sure that you envelop and make sure that what you're saying and what you put in the video is aimed at the audience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I do a YouTube video, I don't think I'm talking to 50,000 viewers.
Yes.
I'm talking to one person.
Right.
So if you create a video of your passion, make it personal that you're talking to that one person that's watching you. If you see what I mean, you are just talking to one person. So create the video for your best friend. So he's going to say, and people will become endowed by that. They'll listen to that because you'll be like their friend as well. So that's my one tip, I think, is to make sure that you make the videos not personal in your life, personal about what's on the footage,
yes,
and that you're making that video for your best friend.
Right. That's great advice too.
Yeah.
Each person, yes, is looking through their own set of eyes, regardless of who they're with.
Yeah.
All right, we're almost back here. Pardon me. And we're looking at a channel we haven't seen before, but this is somebody who's been mentioned a couple of times already. Kristen Melinda. I know they're out supporting other creators. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. I need something a little bit longer than 3 minutes. So I'm going to take your morning walk video here, and I'm going to put this in my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well, so you don't miss our further live streams. We are usually here 3 or 4 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So we got another channel that's new here with us, Addicted to Ships and Trips, and they just dropped a super chat when we went on break there, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. We always put super chatters on the screen right away in order, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in a moment. We also have, pardon me, Yarn Again is ready to go right after Addicted to Ships and Trips for the same reason. And I did wipe out the wheel while we were on break there. So I've reloaded with any members who were not yet on the screen. And then I added one extra name. Blessed Her Crochet is already there. Big Family Expedition has been added. They've been incredibly engaged in conversation like they are just about every day. They've just been with us for what I think is a month now. Could be as much as 2 months, but it's not a long time, and they've already been incredibly supportive here. Thank you, sweet Melissa. And then Addicted to Ships and Trips. Again, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is dig through your videos right now. I'm going to take one of your latest ones here. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on. And again, that should make me... pardon me, that should solidify our connection, and then hopefully you have our notification bell on as well so you don't miss our further live streams. And again, we're here at least 3 times a week. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Yes, thank you everybody for the thumbs up. We're getting close to 100. We don't hit 100 every single day, but it is always exciting when it happens. And then Ree's Blissful Connections. Yes, I see your name needs to be re-added. I wiped the wheel out when we went on that break there. So it's just an experiment. Last stream and this one, we're going to try wiping that out every hour and then see how that goes. But let's get back to it right now. First of all, Yarn Again is coming up. So thank you again, Addicted to Ships and Trips. We've got quite a vibrant cruising community coming through the Tuber Chat family lately. And I see you've got Carnival as the subject of your videos over there, at least the first few that I saw. I worked on a cruise ship one summer many years ago, and my understanding is that Carnival's where the party's at, so we'll look forward to seeing what you've got on your channel. Yarn Again is here with 770 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 800 we know that they're thinking about. And they've been posting videos up to about a month ago, fairly frequently actually, with a little bit of variety. They give you a bit of information about what to expect on their channel. When we get to the About page, we've got shorts here that have gotten into 1,600 views and beyond, 1,300 on a couple of them, 1,600. And then live streams as well. So they're going to be live tomorrow and then again a couple days later. And they're doing more reselling as well. So that'll be interesting to see. And this is what I'm talking about, like these auctions, right? When I mentioned earlier today, somebody introduced me to the app Whatnot, which for the life of me, I can't imagine how I had not already seen that. But these creators give you a good example of what to expect over there because they've been doing this for a while. So Yarn Again will do some of these auctions, and you can bid on things right then and there during the live stream, which is really cool. They collaborate with others, as you can see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Yarn Again. Thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. Hopefully I'm not missing any names that are supposed to be on the wheel, but we'll find out soon enough. Just Jason Keto and More is coming up. I was looking for his live stream on Thursday. He must have let me know that he was going to skip Thursday, and I had forgotten. I was literally looking. I have, for a few creators, I have alarms on my phone so that I don't miss when they're going to be on, if I can at all avoid it. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is in the house. I did see you come in. She goes live every Wednesday morning. And Just Jason Keto and More is working on 2,500 subscribers right now. I actually met up with this creator for the second time just a couple of weeks ago. We went out for dinner with Rambling with the Brooms and Brampton Gardner, who was here earlier. And that was really cool. Just Jason Keto and More is going to help us with healthy eating, healthy living. And especially when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. He refreshes his channel often. He's got a brand new banner there with a little bit of art. He was helped out with that by Corinne's Life, if I'm not mistaken. Our dear friend here. Hilda DC, I'm just getting your channel back onto the wheel. Corinne's Life, let me know if you're still listening. She's a busy creator. She does a lot of merchandise and graphic design and things like this. So Just Jason Keto and More has a lot of content on his channel that's going to help us in a few different ways. First of all, lots of recipes. He's very known for these chaffles, but that's just a part of what he does on the channel. Most of his recipes, if not all, have just a few ingredients. They're simple and easy to follow. And Just Jason Keto and More also does a lot of product reviews on the channel. He can help us make sense of a lot of the ingredients we're going to find on products that are marketed towards diets or keto and things like that. He's also got a lot of help on the channel from guests that come on both videos and live streams to share their life experiences, their trials, their tribulations, as well as tips and tricks. And he's willing to head out to far distances to bring us informative content from places like Keto Palooza. And he's already expected to be back there again this year. He's got shorts on the channel that have done really well at 4,000, 5,000, and 6,000 views, with a bit of a hint about some of these healthy looking grilling shorts doing well. And then one of these is at 22,000, which is great to see. And I promise you that one's entertaining as well. I've seen it. When we look at Just Jason Keto and More, we see that this creator is live every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern, and they've got the next one set up. I'm not sure if that's later in the month. Another Let's Cook, where he did a multicam setup. He actually cooked a couple different things here in that live stream, which was cool. But otherwise, we might see either Jason himself or with some guests. He brings on guests to a StreamYard panel. Either way, he's got a vibrant community of people who want to help others when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle, particularly with healthy eating, healthy living. And they will share their life experiences, but you'll also get a lot of inspiration and motivation from the chat when you participate there, if that makes sense as well. Lots of people willing to share information in that way. So hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason Keto and More, an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Superchat family. And yeah, he does a great job actually, even with the thumbnails now. He unboxed a GoPro 12 not too long ago, and I haven't yet figured out exactly how much he's doing with the GoPro. But Just Jason Keto is somebody who absolutely takes his channel and his YouTube journey seriously, not to mention the friendships on YouTube. Obviously, you hear that in the stories that I tell. Big Family Expedition is coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. They've been very much engaged in conversation in the stream here, as they are every day. When we look at Big Family Expedition, we see a creator that's getting on towards 700 subscribers. This is the second channel that we've seen in a similar format, when what I mean by that is they're doing an RV conversion here out of a bus. We've seen that before. I mentioned the channel earlier today. Hope Bus is a dear friend and somebody who had converted a different style of bus to an RV. Now, Big Family Expedition lets us know on their About page that they were living on the road for a few years. They settled down for a little while and added to their family of now what I think is 6 children, if I understand. And then they are hitting the road again soon enough, and that's the story behind the channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. We can follow their journey and their progress. And then shorts on the channel have already gotten into 2,500 views and beyond, one over 10,000, which is great to see. They've done at least one live stream. They did one again yesterday, so I missed that. We'll see when they're going to do another one again. And Big Family Expedition, of course, like I said, is getting towards 700 subscribers. And then Addicted to Ships and Trips is going to be going to Alaska. We actually have some friends. One of our moderators here is setting up a Alaskan cruise in August of 2025 to go from Seattle for a week. That's an interesting project. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I put Backyard Trucker back on the wheel. Marketplace Boutique is on there. I wiped that out a couple of times today already. Jeremy D-Day is another creator who's been with me for over 4 years now, since long before Superchat was even a thing. And this creator obviously is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I'm just going to grab his latest video. He's got a lot of variety on this channel where he does a lot of reviews. He's got some vlogs, some shorts here. He's got another channel. I'll show you his main one. He's got 15,000, 27,000, 68,000 on a few of these shorts, which is great to see. They're also letting us know from Wisconsin. They're bringing some NFL, a little bit more with sports. And then when we look at JD Knight 7, we're going to see this creator's original channel. And here he is right here, and with 9,700 subscribers, he's working on 10,000, which is great to see. When we look at videos on the channel, we see he's got a classic rock box sets video here. A lot of music reviews lately is what he's been doing, and then he's got some shorts on the channel as well. Jeremy D-Day's been at this a long time, of course. These have gotten into a few 100,000 views, 2 of them over 300,000, one approaching 400,000. And then live streams are something they've experimented with in the past. We'll keep an eye on the channel, see if they're going to continue with those, but obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Pardon me. Nanny Tam is up here right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. They've got 233 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 300 we know that they're thinking about. I see they've got a brand new video here, old-fashioned salmon patties. That'll be interesting to see. Salmon's one of my favorite things, actually. Just a mama, just a nanny. And a great nanny, yes. They'll give us some information about what to expect on the channel. But we've seen lots of cooking videos already, and they're already collaborating with others, which is great to see. That's a great way to grow your channel quickly and solidly. They've got some shorts on the channel as well. One of these has gotten into 29,000. Which is fantastic. So Nanny Tam's actually been with us a few times. I met them outside in another live stream, and then they've started coming in here frequently. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. I'm looking forward to getting to know more from this creator. We'd love to push them towards that 300 subscribers we know they're thinking about. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I actually had It's the Bankroll on the wheel twice, so we're one channel ahead, but we'll get to as many as we can in the next 40 minutes or so. We can actually go overtime if everybody would like. We're usually here for 3 hours, but we'll stay a little while longer. I'm not worried about closing it right down exactly on the mark. My voice is holding together for now, so we'll see. Love the Land Homestead is in the house. Good to see you here. VS Speaks Royally. Good to see you in the house. I might have missed you coming in, but thank you for being here. I'm going to put them on the wheel. They happen to be a member, of course. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and then we'll get back to spinning in another moment. Now, It's the Bankroll's working on 1,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. They're going to help us with our finances, talking about mortgage payoffs, low-income budgeting, early retirement, hopefully. And they talk about being self-employed, which is absolutely a joy. This creator is going to talk to us about cash stuffing challenges as well. And what they want to do is help us find the money to save so that we can therefore invest. They talk about dividends here. They talk about different apps and tools that they use, including talking about how to make money with some of the apps that are out there and build other streams of income in legitimate ways, actually. It's the Bankroll. I've got your latest cash stuffing video on my catch-up list there. They got some shorts over here as well. These have gotten into 5,500 and 6,600 views. And again, hopefully we can push them a little bit farther towards that 1,200 subscribers. They've been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here for quite some time. I wonder if it's been a year for some of these financial channels as well. Embarkation Nation is in the house, and Prez the Investor is going to help us with our finances also. Let's spin the wheel. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. We'll look at Blessed to Crochet in a second here. There's another fairly new channel in the Superchat family, but they've been with us frequently, as soon as they found us, actually. When we look at this channel, we see 527 subscribers. We'd love to push them towards the 600. We know that they're doing videos frequently. Did we look at this channel already today? I didn't think that we did, but please let me know if I'm mistaken. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 9,000 and 10,000 views, which is great to see. Live streams as well. They've got a stream coming up, and that's going to be tonight, actually, about 4 hours from now. They'll be on, so hopefully we'll catch that. And this is where they're going to talk about connection and creativity. And they'll give you some information on their About page about what to expect there. But we see that they've already posted quite a few videos. They're already well on their way, and they've been here with us in Tuber Chat probably every day since finding us, for which I'm grateful. Cruising on the High Seas and Travel just dropped a Super Chat. That went to Embarkation Nation, so thank you for that extra generous support. I really do appreciate it, and we already looked at that channel, but I'm going to put Embarkation Nation onto the wheel right now and spin. And we'll see who's coming up next right away. In another, we'll take another break in a few minutes here, but just for 3.5 minutes. And in another about half an hour, I'm going to play the last of 3 clips that I've got, never before seen, from our 3rd interview with another couple of creators who've been in the Tuber Chat family for a few years now and have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. They've actually got 2 channels, so you'll want to hear what they have to say. 285 subscribers for Monica Lynn, Alaska My Heart. They give us information on their About page about what to expect from the channel and the history that led to it. They're a Louisiana hunting and fishing family, but they have Alaska in their hearts, and this is where the motivation for the channel comes from. We've seen a few cooking videos there already, a little bit of variety, and then shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into 3,600, 3,700 views and beyond, and then live streams. So they've been live a few times already. We'll see if they're going to keep those up. We've got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Let's spin. We'll look at one more channel before we go for another break for 3.5 minutes. And Hilda DC is coming up. She's known as one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my YouTube journey. I've been on for about 7 years now. But Hilda DC came into the Superchat family right after we started, so we've been friends with her for over 3.5 years. What I mean by being encouraging, this creator's content is full of positive affirmations, both from this creator herself and from special effects on the screen. She even gets Nightbot to help with that as well. She absolutely stands behind and beside her family, friends, and followers. And this creator brings a bit of variety in her content, mostly lately along the lines of taste test challenges or product reviews. Sometimes she'll do weird food combinations. She's always smiling, always energetic, and Hilda DC as well has got some shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 6,000 views and beyond. One breakout over 47,000. But when we look at live streams, we see Hilda DC here as well, and this is where a lot of encouragement comes. She does live streams occasionally now. I've been on panel with her many times, both on her channel and with others. And then she'll give you more information about what to expect from the channel in her About section and on her banner. But Hilda DC is a beloved and dedicated moderator and has been for all of this time, 3.5 years we're talking. And every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when we visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, we can meet more friends and family members for our own channels, the same way we do here in Superchat. So I hope you'll visit all of them. I just got Brown Girl Bella on the wheel. She is one of our longest standing members, as you can see. She's been with us. She's been with me since long before Superchat. She's been with me for over 4 years now, I believe. And it's interesting, after 4 years, after 700 episodes of Superchat, she's still coming in as often as she can. And she's still got a couple of live stream series that have been going on for years as well. We'll talk about her channel soon. I just put her on the wheel. Embarkation Nation is coming up in 3.5 minutes. All right, we're back and looking at Embarkation Nation. I don't think we saw P&J's Homestead Adventure yet. I just put them back on the wheel. I might have not had you on there for a while. Forgive me for that. One of the things that we talk about in the chat is the idea of the music that comes on during these breaks. Now, it's just the same song again with a couple of different versions at the beginning, middle, and end of the streams, but there's a lot more music available. All the music you hear in the background as well, there's well over 60 songs now, are available as copyright-free music, and everybody can use those in their videos and live streams. We've got a separate channel, which we'll go and look at in just over half an hour from now, that has got all of that music and a virtual 24-hour live stream. It's like a virtual nightclub over there. There's a video game going in the chat. Everybody can participate. People trickle in and out of there. And we do link drops over there. All the music is, most of the music is available on that channel as MP3 links, which are in the bottoms of the descriptions of most of the songs. And then as well, all the music is published on all major music platforms as well, like Spotify, Deezer, iTunes, Google Music, Amazon, and everywhere else. So, easy to get to. Embarkation Nation is up on the screen right now. And Embarkation Nation talks to us about living each day like it's Embarkation Day. And I love the idea of that because it's literally the beginning of the journey. So I'm just going to grab their latest video. This looks like a deck party, an 80s deck party actually. So I'm going to put this video into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to catch up with them a little bit. They've put a few videos out in the last couple of weeks. They've got shorts on the channel here that have gotten into 12,000 and 13,000 views, which is great to see. They got a beautiful shot. What a thumbnail on that, eh? But they've got quite a few videos. It looks like they're using CapCut or another program to bring some fun into those shorts as well. Lots of StreamYard panels with other creators and some familiar faces there, as a matter of fact. Embarkation Nation have been incredibly supportive here in Superchat ever since finding us. What I believe is about a year ago now. After about a year and a half ago, we started to have an influx of travel and cruising channels. The cruising industry, of course, was not able to bring us as much content as we might have liked for a few years. I'm sure we all know what I'm talking about. And then things opened up a couple of years ago, or a year and a half ago or so, and we started to see a lot of these creators coming out and a vibrant community of cruisers and travel channels. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Yes, forgive me. Thank you, Scratch and Pete PA. I should have put Brown Girl Bella's channel up. She gifted a membership, and thank you for that extra generous support. I really do appreciate that. She's done that kind of thing countless times before. We always put membership gifters and super chatters on the screen right away when I don't forget. And then members get added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. So Brown Girl Bella will be up next, and she's a special creator for me to talk about, actually. And thank you, Embarkation Nation. So Sweet Melissa's up here as well. This is a creator who's fairly new in the Tuber Chat family. She's been with us just over a month ago, I think. And this creator immediately was very impactful here in our chats, engaging conversation with other creators. They've got a brand new video. They let us know in their About section they're a part of a lot of product review and testing sites or programs, and they bring all of these product reviews for us to see on their YouTube channel. They're already at 150 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 we know that they're thinking about. And we see that they've got shorts on their channel as well. These have started to move. They've got a newer one now at 7,000 views, which is great to see, but they'd already had many over 1,000 views, which is great. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sweet Melissa and see the different things that they're going to unbox and present for us. A lot of this is unique. Some of the things that I see on their channel I have not seen before. I see that in the thumbnails. Which is interesting. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sweet Melissa, and like I said, I think they've been with us just about every day since finding us. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. So next up is going to be Ree's Blissful Connections. I spun the wheel again there, but we're looking at Brown Girl Bella right now. She just gifted a membership, and I see that Just Jason Keto and More is coming in as well and gifting some more memberships. So thank you for that. It's been a overly generous day from the chat, so I really do appreciate all of this extra generous support. But Just Jason Keto and More and Brown Girl Bella have done these kind of things before. If any of the creators that picked up those gifted memberships are in the chat or come into the chat, I'll put them on the wheel right away. And thank you again. We saw Just Jason Keto's channel earlier, and like I said, he's a creator I've met up with a couple of times now in person. We had a chance to hang out for quite a while a couple of weeks ago, but he is somebody who wants to help motivate us and inspire us both with our YouTube journey as well as our healthy eating and healthy living. When we look at Brown Girl Bella, we see another friend that's been with me for about 4 years. This creator was one of the first that I had met in the small YouTuber journey or small YouTuber community when I'd already been on YouTube for a couple of years, and I was overwhelmed by the generosity of these creators willing to support each other, motivate, and literally uplift each other. Brown Girl Bella continues this today, so you will be able to meet more friends and family members anytime you visit her channel. She's got a brand new video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with her a bit. She's working on 5,400 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. And you know, I say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. Brown Girl Bella, I'm not sure if you've seen it yet, but I've actually got brand new content coming to the Tuber Chat channel. We talked about interviews a long time ago, and I've recorded a couple of interviews with some friends who've been in the Tuber Chat family for a few years now that all have more than 10,000 subscribers. And so I'm releasing those as podcasts like once a month starting next month, but I've been playing little clips from that as well. They're very informative and more generous creators that want to share their knowledge. But I have to tell you that Brown Girl Bella is somebody that I'm watching with her channel, hoping that after she hits that 10,000 subscribers, she'll come and do one of those interviews with us as well, because Brown Girl Bella, like I said, has been with me long before the beginning of Tuber Chat. She's inspirational in the creation of this channel. And when I talk about this idea between Brown Girl Bella, Ace Flaw 1, Jeremy D-Day, most of you know my dear friend Elevate with Vern, and a few others. These are all creators who were here before Tuber Chat was a channel. When I was just, on YouTube doing my thing, and I said, I'm going to start another channel doing what you all do. And they didn't say, no, go do your own, go find your own community, there's too many, and all that kind of nonsense. They said, we'll help you build it. And they did. And after, you can see now 4 years and 700 episodes of Tuber Chat, Brown Girl Bella is still coming by to support in her usual generous fashion. You can see she's done 1,000 videos as well. When you get to her channel, what you're going to find is that she does a great job of bringing you into her community and bringing you into her world. It's one thing we learn about game development, things like Red Dead Redemption or Grand Theft Auto, why they're so unbelievably popular is because they literally bring you into their world. We have a movie company here in Canada called Cineplex, and all of the movie theaters, their motto or their slogan or whatever you want to call it is escape with us. Literally, like the world seems to shut itself out while you're entertained and informed by the content on Brown Girl Bella's channel. She does a great job of branding across her community and her channel. So I've got her latest video. I've put that in my catch-up list. We'll look at the shorts for a second here as well and see that she's gotten into 4,500, 10,000 views on one of these, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel. She's got a couple of series that have been going on for as long as I remember. She does Bella After Dark on Thursday evenings, and Sunday Sips is another series that she's got going on as well. The conversation can go anywhere once it starts, but Brown Girl Bella is most known for beauty products and community engagement. So hopefully everybody will connect with her. We'd love to push her towards that 5,400 subscribers she's thinking about. She's monetized lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships. When we get there, I already spun the wheel, so we'll put Ree's Blissful Connections on the screen right now. Thank you again, Brown Girl Bella and Just Jason Keto and more, for those gifted memberships. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Chocolate Drop is here, another longtime member. 9 months of membership. She's been with us even longer than that. We talked about her for a quick second earlier when Drea Lachey was here. Chocolate Drop's been a longtime friend. She will refer to me as Mr. Customer Service. She's been doing that for a long time. But I'm always happy to see creators that collaborate with each other and start to build friendships and start to have inside jokes with each other and things like that. You see that in the chats, you know, and it lets you know that people are really building these friendships that make us eventually use the word family, because it truly feels like that, especially after a little while, not too long. You know, you disappear from YouTube for more than a day or two and people start coming looking for you, and it's a great feeling to know that people are noticing and caring as much as they do. So Chocolate Drop, thank you for being here. Ree's Blissful Connections is up on the screen right now. This creator's over 1,300 subscribers. I'm just going to grab one of her latest videos and put this into my catch-up list. This is a professional educator and a homeschooling mom, so she's really mixing up the content now, but has done some book reviews, lots of talk about time management, organization, goal setting on the channel. And then in the middle brings us a lot of self-care as well. They brought an entire series for Vlogmas, which was interesting to see. And then they've got shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into well over 1,000 views on a few of them, one over 4,900, which is great to see. And Ree's Blissful Connections is another creator who supports all of my channels. So I mention that because I'd love for you to know what kind of support you can expect back from a creator like this. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Corinne's Life is up on the screen now. This creator's here as a member and a moderator. She's been with us for over 3.5 years as well. Another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. She's working on 2,700 subscribers. We talked about her earlier for a second because she did some of the work that Just Jason Keto's had. I've actually got his... oh, pardon me. I just looked at these yesterday. Oh, for the love of God. I'm going to destroy my entire office here. I've got a huge cardboard box I gotta get out of here. I just wanted to show everybody this for a quick second. But I've met up with Just Jason Keto and more a couple of times. Forgive me while I knock stuff all over the place here. You see that cardboard box? Oh gosh, I gotta get out of here. Something I'm procrastinating on very well. Just Jason Keto and more I met up with, and Corinne's Life had helped with these stickers, for instance. My stickers are finally on the way, but I hadn't had them done in all this time. But these are really cool. There's the little Chaffle character as well. Now, Corinne's Life does a lot of graphic design and producing merchandise. She actually does the mugs that I hold in my hand every day, and the one you see off in the background over there. And hats and shirts and just about anything else that can be printed. Vinyl stickers, Christmas ornaments, all kinds of stuff. And that's just a part of what she does. And she gives us a behind-the-scenes look on her channel. Now, her channel really does encompass everything that is Corinne's life. So she could be cooking, cleaning, taking us out vlogging on a vacation or a trip, shopping, bringing us a haul video, or giving us a behind-the-scenes look at the work that she does. And then this creator, part of me as well, has got shorts on the channel. These have gotten into now 18,000, 25,000, 77,000 on some of these, and live streams on the channel as well. Sometimes she brings us a behind-the-scenes look at the work that she does, and often she'll take us out for ride-along live streams or some dash cam footage as well. And Corinne's Life, it's great to know that we have a creator like this that can show us a behind-the-scenes look at how merchandise is made, but we can also use her as a resource when it's time to think about merchandise for our own channels. And Corinne's Life has been a dear friend for a long time. So like I said, they have been a member and a moderator for as long, she's one of our first members actually, but she has been a moderator from the beginning as well, so over 3.5 years now. And this creator as well is working towards 2,700 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards that milestone. And Ron's Keto Cafe, I see you coming into the chat. I'm just putting you onto the wheel again. I wiped the wheel out a little while ago. I'm actually going to do it in a few minutes here again. But Ron's Keto Cafe, forgive me, I think you asked about Nightbot earlier in the stream, and I just wanted to mention an idea about, and forgive me if it wasn't Ron's Keto Cafe that asked about this, but having Nightbot on a channel, whether it's required for monetization. So first of all, it's not required at all. Those are just plugins. The chatbots that we use, like for instance, you'll see in a second here that I use Streamlabs, Stream Elements, if I can spell properly. Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Nightbot, and Botrix. And when we look at those chatbots, I say robots, but they're chatbots, they come into the chat and they bring extra features. So they can help with some of the moderator duties and things like that. You know, I don't want our moderators here in Superchat to be bogged down with reminding everybody to follow us on Instagram and Facebook when it's really not that important. You know what I mean? Nightbot can take care of that kind of thing. Then the moderators hopefully can enjoy their time in the streams, right? That's the idea. And then, of course, they're going to help when they have to. And luckily, we do not too badly over here because they have been at this for a long time. Twin Brick Acres, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. But I find Nightbot and the other chatbots to be a great help. And I like each one of them for different reasons. They each have a different strength. But as well, one of the things I can give everybody as a quick tip here right now, if you haven't already added any of the chatbots to your streams and you're going to think about doing it, then what I recommend is going into the settings of the chatbot. They're easy to log into. You just log in with your YouTube credentials and then shut off all of the features. Everything that you see, turn it off and then turn them on one by one as you read about them and start to understand what they are and what they mean and what they do. And that's just a quick tip because we've probably all been in a live stream or premiere chat and got timed out or worse because Nightbot tends to be too tight when it's first set up. So these are just ideas. MT Homestead is coming up right now. Let's see what they've got going on. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. No, Jevin Richardson, I haven't forgotten you. Today's an extremely busy day, so I'm not sure how many channels we'll be able to get to. We can stay for a little while longer, but I'm going to go right after this channel. We'll go for another break. I'm going to play one more clip from one more couple of creators that are featured in our podcast series, something that nobody's seen yet, a brand new clip today. And then we'll take a break for 3.5 minutes. We'll come back and I'll wipe out the wheel. We'll reload with any of the members subscribers we haven't seen yet, and I'll see how long my voice can hold out for today. We're usually here for 3 hours. Sam's Vlogs Trains and More, good to see you in the house. He's a member and moderator as well, one of our longest standing members actually. And then MT Homestead is up on the screen right now. This is a channel I'm still getting to know. They've actually been with us for a while, but this is Mike and Terry, and they have quite a bit of information on their about page. When we pronounce the channel's name, it's actually Empty Homestead because they are empty nesters, so it's a bit of a play on words there, but they let us know about that as well. They got quite a bit of traveling content over here. They've gotten into some live streams as well. I was lucky to catch them just a couple of days ago, and they do these fairly frequently, so you can see they're on at least a couple of times a week. Shorts on the channel have gotten now into 7,500, 7,800, one over 9,000 views, which is great to see. And then when we see their videos, we see that they're posting about once a week. So they're probably due for a new video any day now. And they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So let's spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. Follow the Bradley's Fun is back in the chat. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Thank you, everybody, for the anniversary messages, the congratulations and everything else. I'm kind of scanning the chat while we're talking here, but let's go. I want to show you this last clip of the 3 from the first 3 episodes of the podcast series that's coming to the Superchat channel. I have announced the first one today, so it's ready to go. You can set your reminder for the premiere. We're going to drop it at the beginning of next month. We'll probably do them monthly. And we're going to look at Ron's Keto Cafe when we get back from our break. So one of the questions that's going to come up, especially when we've got a channel that's just grown, I mean, you guys have content getting into like well over 200,000 views. And people are always going to want to know how they can get more views on their video shorts and streams. So what can you tell us in your experience that you would give somebody as advice now?
I'm going to go first.
Yeah, you want to master at this one?
Don't be afraid to go back and change the thumbnails and the tags and the titles and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be afraid to do that. It doesn't have to be the exact same as it was when you posted it. If you have a better idea for a title or a thumbnail or a description or anything like that, go ahead and try it. Because no matter how many times you change it, YouTube is going to pick something.
Yep.
And it might push it out more. More people might like maybe the colour scheme on it or the wording on it or something like that. And that'll help bring more people in. That's what I think anyway. Because we were afraid to do that for a long time. And then when we started doing that a little bit, we noticed a bit more growth.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's my opinion. What do you think?
Well, a lot of what Danielle said is spot on. But the thing about it is that's what's great about YouTube. You have that space to just go, you know, I didn't like that idea the first time it went up. Like, we've had thumbnails and we've had tags, we've had hashtags and stuff. We thought, oh, this is gonna go, it's gonna be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And no, it just went straight into the toilet.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because the beautiful part is you can go back, you can change it over, you can go, I'll experiment with this. Sometimes it could be, now this is what is crazy about YouTube, could be a tag change.
Yeah.
It could be the title. Like, as much as people go, it's the thumbnail, like the title does play a major part, because like if you turn around, let's say a plane flying in the sky, or you turn around and say a plane does a nosedive and then lands perfectly, what sounds better? Maybe that might work for some people, but see the way the two titles, like, well, I can just look at a plane or, oh, what's going to happen here?
Right.
I don't know why I used the plane, but that's just where I went for it.
Yeah, but you're absolutely
just the
right.
contrast of like titles and tags,
It
like,
does make a difference.
it does. It's like from our experience anyway, it has. Like, we've went back and sometimes we just changed the thumbnail, and that did make a big difference. Like that what thumbnail we doing on? We done it on one of the military videos, and we done it actually the Star Spangled Banner video.
Okay.
We had the original thumbnail for that. We thought was the best thing we ever made. Got rid of it see, this is what happens. Like a month later, we're like, wow, this is the worst thing we could have ever put up. And I know people are probably going, no, it's really good, but this is what happens in your own head. You're like, wow, this is like not great, but we changed it, that one, and we love that one, and probably next month we'll change it again. But don't be afraid to change around your content and really experiment with what's out there.
That's great advice. All right, we're back and looking at Ron's Keto Cafe. So all the music in the background is available as copyright-free music on our other channel. We'll go over there and look at that in a little while. And I could probably start dropping the link for that, actually, because the virtual 24-hour stream is already running. And thank you, everybody, for joining us for the 4-year anniversary of Tuber Chat. We've still got a long way to go. And then Ron's Keto Cafe is up on the screen right now, and this creator wants to help us with healthy eating, healthy living, especially when it comes to the idea of a keto-based diet or lifestyle. They've let us know they might break off into another channel soon. We'll keep an eye open for that. And then I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I'll put this into my catch-up list. They post just about every single day. Ron's Keto Cafe is now over 1,500 subscribers, and they got lots of recipes on their channel, as well as stories to be told, including the fact that Ron has lost over 100 pounds by using a keto-based diet or lifestyle. This creator's got some shorts already. They hadn't posted any for a long time. Now they're doing them just about every day. They've gotten into over 900 on one of these, which is great to see, and they just started posting a couple weeks ago. Live streams on the channel, they're on frequently, so I know they're on every Tuesday, and then sometimes they come up as a pop-up as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Ron's Keto Cafe, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter who's been with us for quite some time now. I've lost track. It's got to be well over a year. Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. Thank you for the highlighted milestone message as well, and a super chat. Thank you, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. We'll put Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More's channel up right now for that reason. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And Angel Light Over Darkness, thank you for coming in. She's a dear friend. You saw her in a thumbnail or a rollover when we were looking at Charlene Heal's channel for a panel I was on with her and a couple other creators a while back, about a month ago or 2 months ago, I think. And then Sam's Vlogs and Trains, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More is up on the screen right now. He comes to us from the UK. He's here as a member and a moderator, and like I've said, every moderator on this channel is a dear friend of mine. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have different channels, and they all do different things, but one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity, and for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchatters. And thank you, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. And thanks for the super chat again. He's done that countless times before. He's getting dangerously close to 2,000 subscribers here. He's halfway on the road. We always say you're on a road when you get to a 100 milestone. And since he's past 1,900, that puts him now at 1,950 or so, halfway on the road to 2,000. So it's an exciting milestone. Shorts on Sam's channel have gotten into 4,800, 5,700 views. Live streams feature a bit of variety here. Sometimes he's doing a quiz or a Q&A. Sometimes his channel updates, and he's been doing a bit of outdoor live streaming. You're also going to find on his channel lots of train videos, as we'd expect. Sometimes they're indoors, sometimes they're outdoors, sometimes he's taking a trip or giving us tips and tricks for our own train travels. This creator might be filming the trains or the stations they depart from, and in the middle of his train videos, he sometimes will bring us a vlog or an unboxing video or a bit more variety. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. Like I said, he's been a dear friend for a long time. Obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Yeah, Angel Light Over Darkness, hopefully all of that worked out well. I'm assuming that was completely unexpected. And I'm still looking forward to our conversation when you are ready to go. And let's look at Chocolate Drop right now. Her handle is Chocolate Drop Coupons. Oh, she changed it. Chocolate Drop 84. Chocolate Drop is always smiling, always laughing, always engaging in the chat here with us. And we've got our own little inside thing there. She's been calling me Mr. Customer Service for a long time, and I'm sure that's because of my speaking style. But it's funny to see. And she sent over quite a few friends as well. I've caught her many times on her channel for live streams and things. Now, she's got a couple new videos here. I'm going to take the latest one. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. It looks like a little bit of a collaboration there. And she's over 1,300 subscribers, so we'd love to push her towards the 1,400 she's thinking about. She brings pure variety on her channel with a little bit of coupon ideas to save money. And some shorts videos that have gotten into 7,000, 9,000, even 12,000 views here. Live streams are occasional on the channel. Caught her a couple weeks ago. Hopefully I'll catch you again. I've always got notification bells on for every single channel. And she's always positive, always motivating, always uplifting. Let's spin the wheel. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I just put Jesvin Richardson onto the wheel right now. I forgot to add a name while we went on to that break there. Backyard Trucker is up right now. We're going to look at Chocolate Drop as well because they are together on their channels. Actually, they've been collaborating together, and I'm going to drop the link one more time for that copyright-free music channel. The live stream is already running, but it's a chance for everybody to continue connecting the same way we do here, and we got link drops over there as well. It's a virtual 24-hour live stream. Of course, Scratch and PPA and Michael's Adventures are over there already. I've pinned the link. Anybody can go anytime. We'll go over there and raid together in another 10 minutes or so. Backyard Truckers up here right now. They let us know they're just a simple guide putting anything and everything online for us to see. They get some truck issues right now, so they're talking about that in their latest couple of videos. But they've also got shorts on this channel here, and this has gotten into 10,000 and 12,000 views. Some of this dash cam footage is done really, really well. And then live streams on the channel as well, where they've done a couple of these already. They have collaborated with Marketplace Boutique, and we talked about her channel a little bit earlier because she will help us with buying and selling online. She's been in e-commerce since 1998 and talks particularly about eBay, but this creator finds the magic in the right things to buy and therefore sell. And she often will buy collections of things and then break them up and sell them individually, but she gives us the ins and outs of that as well as the technical aspects of listing and selling and shipping. She's gotten into shorts here with a little bit more variety on the channel, getting into 10,000, 12,000, 19,000 views, and then live streams where she's collaborated with Backyard Trucker a few times here, and they've got one. I didn't realize you were live earlier as well, so they got fresh content on the channel. Just Jason Keto is dropping another video tonight at 7 o'clock. Hub 23, good to see you here for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, please reach out to other creators one at a time. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Yeah, please don't spam the chat. Whatever I said, maybe I made a mistake. Marketplace Boutique on the screen is there, and then Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is coming up in a quick second here, and we'll see what they've got going on. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And Sam's Logs Trains and More, by the way, took over our Stream Boss position. I know that's changed up a couple of times today. Every Super Chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the Stream Boss. The last person to knock it out and take over gets some extra exposure for a little while. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is Susan, and this is another creator that I joined just about a month ago on her channel for a live stream. I always enjoy my time in her live streams. She wants to inspire, motivate, and uplift us. She will motivate us in a spiritual way. This creator's monetized as well with over 1,500 subscribers and super chats and memberships to support her with when we get there. She's in Western Tennessee on an acre and a half, and she will talk to us about a lot of thrifty fun and ideas here. What on earth has she got going on here? I'm just looking at the thumbnail on this latest video. That's going to be interesting to see. I've got this into my catch-up list, so I'll watch that video after. She's going to talk to us about homesteading on her channel, a little bit of outdoor content, mostly indoors, but she does a lot of canning and prepping as well. She's gotten into shorts here that have gotten into 2,400 and 6,200 views and beyond. Most of her best performing shorts are ones she's been doing recently, actually, so it's great to see those growing as well. She does live streams every Wednesday morning, always with StreamYard panelists. So there it is. A month ago we joined each other on panel with Milk Honey Heritage Farms. And it was always a pleasant conversation over there. She usually starts with a devotional, gets into some newsworthy topics. We have great conversations over there in the chat, and you'll see she's collaborated with a lot of familiar faces over here. And then she often brings more spiritual inspiration with music and things like that. Some of you know Alfonso, who's over there frequently. And hopefully everybody will connect with the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. She's been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time. I'm hoping the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, I can catch you for another live stream again soon. Our outdoor work started a month earlier this year than last year, for which I'm grateful, but it pulls me away a little bit. She goes live, I think it's 11 o'clock. Yes, 10:55, 11 o'clock every Wednesday morning. I'm in the Eastern time zone, of course. Jevin Richardson is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. The next channel that we're looking at is Jevin Richardson. This is somebody who's with us frequently. I don't know if the right term is plane spotting, like we see from friends like Sam's Vlogs Trains and More Train Spotting. But Jevin Richardson's been with us frequently, just about every day since finding us just a few months ago. And this creator has a brand new video coming out actually soon, in another half hour or so. So we know there'll be fresh content on this channel. Most of these videos are quite short too, so easy to get through. We could make a playlist and go through that. They've got shorts on the channel as well. A couple of these have done really well, getting into 8,000, 16,000, even 42,000 views on one of their shorts. And they're working on 800 subscribers already, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Jevin Richardson. They got a birthday coming up tomorrow as well. So I hope everybody will head over there, give them a happy birthday comment on their channel also. And then, Wilma 2U1, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel on the screen. I'm kind of just spinning for fun here, but we'll see what P&J's Homestead Adventure has got going on. And then, yes, forgive me, Matthew's Bushcraft. I know there are a lot of channels who've been with us for quite some time today, but my voice is probably close to its end. We have been here for just over 3 hours. I also want to consider, you know, our moderators. They volunteer their time to help with channels and things like that. I always fear that I'm going to forget to thank them for the time that they spend and the things that they do for us, because I promise you, you can see how overwhelming Tuber Chat can be. We wouldn't even be able to do it if it wasn't for their help, right? And people like, you know, Scratch and PPA Michael's Adventures have been, you know, helpful in looking after the music channel while I'm not even over there, which, you know, speaks volumes about the support that they give. And it's wonderful. I never want anybody to feel taken advantage of or taken for granted, even though we've got these friendships going and, you know, the unbelievable support that I keep talking about from these creators. So what we're looking at right now is P&J's Homestead Adventure. I'll talk about their channel in a quick second here. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. Happy anniversary, everyone. It's been 4 years of Tuber Chat, but we have no intention of stopping anytime soon. My goal is to get to at least 1,000 episodes, and then we'll see where we're at when we get there. So we never know what life's going to throw at us, but that's the idea. There's brand new content coming to the Tuber Chat channel after today. I've already posted the very first premiere, which is going to be a month from now, and I hope everybody's enjoyed the clips that we've played as teasers to lead up to that. We will be back on Monday, much later than today, but I've also posted that stream as well. P&J's Homestead Adventure has 589 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them to the 600. We know that they're thinking about. They've already collaborated with other creators. Our dear friend Gail Southern Living has got this Garden Tour Club collaboration going on. P&J's Homestead Adventures is bringing us all 4 seasons in a lot of their outdoor content. They bring us indoors occasionally as well. They give us some information on their About page about what we can expect on their channel, and then they've got shorts here that have gotten into 2,200, 2,500 views and beyond. Live streams on the channel. They just did their first live stream yesterday. Forgive me for missing that. Fridays I'm almost never around. Occasionally I can peek in on YouTube a little bit, But I try, as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, everybody will be just fine. You hear that in the stories that I tell. And hopefully everybody will connect with P&J's Homestead Adventure. And one more time, thank you everybody for the time that you spent today. Happy anniversary again. We will see you again hopefully soon, maybe on Monday or maybe just a couple minutes from now in our copyright-free music channel. That live stream's already running. I'll leave Tuber Chat running for an extra 3.5 minutes like we always do so that everybody can clean up their connections here as well. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.